Arieto Hiroshimas. Arieto. Ay. Hello, fuckaroonies. It's ArchieLuxury live from Japan, and I am streaming. That's it, guys. Just having a coffee. Japanese. They kind of have this weird shit. It's like coffee milk that they put in the fridge. It's kind of. Arieto. Guys, we got our first peso cannons just come in. JD, 20 arse. It's Saturday night live with the Pontive fuckers. Thank you, GD. I'm just posting a few links. Let's get some chats happening now. Who would I like on the stream? I tell you this now. I gotta tell you, man, it's looking really fucking good. We had that guy yesterday, Erwin from Watch Chat. Please remember to subscribe to his channel. Really cool fucker. That was amazing. We had a really good time. I also had Marky Goldberg. Clive's turned into an absolute cunt. Absolute cuntosaurus, that guy. It's funny, people love you. They like your mannerism. They're a fan of the show. Then they turn. Fuck me dead, do they turn? Keslow, he's no longer a fan because he wanted me to go to Thailand in a couple of weeks' time. And I said, Kessler, how the fuck can I afford that? I'm being raped in Japan financially. I'm being raped financially in Japan. Oh, Aussie expat. Oh, my God. How are you, Aussie?
Good. Doing okay. Just in the middle of some weekend household chores, so place isn't as clean, but I love that you're in Japan.
We like it. I like it lived in. I like that lived in. I'm in Japan at the moment, Aussie expat.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous right now.
I got to tell you something I noticed in Japan that I haven't seen in Australia, and also you wouldn't see in America.
Yeah. What's that?
And what it is, it's the micro small business. Okay, so what you have is like someone has a house and they're very, very close to each other. It's just how they build things here. And you will have like a little restaurant, like they probably have, 4 or 5 tables. They have a craft. I went out last night to a craft beer place that also had burgers, right? And it wasn't, it was okay. It was 60 Aussie dollars for 2 drinks, a burger and fries. Okay. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive either. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice. You don't have that in Australia, these micro businesses. And
right. A really big architectural thing is that they're very used to having businesses that are located on not just the ground floor. So you'll have a bar on the 6th floor. That's maybe 600 square feet or something like that. It's an Elvis themed bar or something. Just someone's passion. It's possible because rent's not the cheapest, but at the same time, you're not looking for like primo ground floor everything all the time. So it just enables
in Australia, I've actually been watching these business videos. This guy in England, and he says, if you do not have the numbers, you're not going to make any money. He's talking about hotels. He said, if you have a small hotel, he said, you're not going to make any money. You've got to get the economies of scale. Once you get to a certain size, then you make a lot of money. And I think McDonald's works on a similar process. They churn. Different, very, very different business. And I remember there was, at the Gold Coast, Tweed Heads, there was this lady who had a breakfast place. She had a piano in there. I remember she had a baby grand piano. And she tried to do that Japanese thing, that micro business. But the rent killed her. She could never make enough money to cover. See, in Japan, the rents are lower for that sort of business. You know what I mean? Often they'll live in the house. And I got to tell you something. I want to open a micro business out the front of my house. I'm on a main fucking road, right?
The whole idea of a lifestyle business is a lot more, how do you say, you're more likely to make it there as like a one-man show.
Well, all you want to do is make a living. You don't want to make $1 million. Well, you do, but you don't want to make $1 million. You don't want to just. It's not just solely money is the motivator. It's you want to make us survive, right? So
a lifestyle, you know what I mean? But in the West, like a small business, lifestyle business, there's so many barriers. Like my wife was looking at, she'd love to run a nail bar or something like that. But all of a sudden the hours have to be very long. You need certain credentials and so forth.
There's no money in nail bar. The Vietnamese, they clean that out. They cleaned it out. Hey,
no, there isn't. But
they own that
all
space.
I'm saying is like
the Chinese own. The different nationalities own different businesses. You got the dry cleaning business. The Koreans own that. You got the 7-Eleven. The Indians own that. You know, that takeaway convenience business. And the reason is, if you have to pay normal staff, you don't make any money. You got to work there yourself. That's how you make the money. And a lot of locals are lazy fucks. Okay, they're lazy. How are you? What's going on? You're in.
Yeah, good. I just spent a week in San Francisco, and I wish I could say I made like a little video while I was out there, but the weather was so lousy that I didn't really want to take the camera and microphone out and stuff. But
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's been fun. Went camping last weekend, and F1 here in Vegas, but I've got no invites to anything, so I'm just staying home today.
Isn't that the best part? Stay home?
I could use it because the last couple of weekends are a bit crazy. I hosted a fight night viewing party for the Tyson Paul thing, and so things have been a little bit crazy the last 2 weeks.
What did you think? I thought it was total shit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of post commentary. I mean, the women's mat fight that night was actually really, really good. That was really the highlight. It feels like it may have been like the incentives for everyone involved sort of guaranteed that outcome. Like it doesn't need to be fixed, but the incentives were like, it wouldn't have been a good look for anyone if Tyson was actually knocked out. Wouldn't have been a good look for Paul if he was knocked out.
Yeah, but I want to say this to you honestly. I think both of those guys, Jake Paul and Tyson. Well, Jake Paul, he's an absolute grub. You know, his brother Logan Paul, they went to the suicide forest and made a mock. Well, they're just assholes. They're low rent, low educated dickheads.
I'm not a fan of Logan at all. He isn't on a level like how do we say he's the guy that Automotive made a watch for, that Cactus Jack guy. Like he's like literally one of the worst people who isn't literally in jail or dead. Logan is just despicable and how do we say uncouth and undesirable to hang out with. Honestly, potentially a psychopath. Jake seems a little bit he just seems to have been a little bit more lost in his younger years. He seems to have found a real calling of fighting, and I think he's being genuine at it. Now, is he naturally gifted, talented, world championship contender? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But I don't think he's a despicable person, at least, you know?
Logan Paul is a despicable piece of shit, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. He's also done like this crypto stuff that, you know, I love Bitcoin and everything, but the stuff he's done is just all the worst aspects of it. He gives crypto a bad name, which is hard to do.
Yes, I see what you mean. It's your daughter's so lovely. Oh my God, you know, I remember when my kids were that age, they were such a a cool age. And I got to tell you, at one stage, I was with a lady who had they were twins, and they were adorable little girls. And it's savor that moment there because
for sure.
it doesn't last long. My kids now, my youngest, he's about to turn 18 in December.
Oh, your youngest is turning 18.
Yes.
You're about to be an empty nester, huh?
No, because now, no. They don't leave now until 30. Because
Look, I don't. The conditions in Australia, I don't.
No, you tell me, where can you rent?
Anymore.
Where can you rent? Like a 2-bedroom apartment, okay, is about $600 a week. Do you understand? $600 fucking dollars a week. I mean, how the hell do you pay for that?
Yeah, to get your kids out of your house in Australia, you need to honestly be in generational wealth territory where you say, here's $500,000, get out of my house. But unless you're able to do that, it makes no sense for the entire family to have the burden of having 2 dwellings. It's just not a reality. And also for any Americans out there, if a kid goes to university, you're typically going to university in your home city.
Oh, university is expensive.
Yeah, living on campus, that sort of thing, that doesn't really happen as much in Australia, if at all, honestly.
Do you know what it costs to live on campus with the lousy food? That's like $500 a week, $600 a week.
Yeah, and what they're working part-time at best, so yeah, it's not...
Well, if you're at university, you want them to try and study. My son, who's 19, he plays the clarinet. He's been on here. He's studying mathematics and secondary school studies. And he also tutors. He earns $40 an hour as a tutor, which is pretty good.
That's good. Although the hours for that are a little bit wonky, right?
No, the guy's a genius. My son's a genius. He's unlike me.
No, what I mean is...
He's got 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week. 10 hours. He does it actually a lot on Skype and that. They're like the online.
Oh, that's good. That's fantastic.
But he does see clients. He does.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you something. The whole thing is, these micro businesses, I think they're incredible.
Yeah, like if you can have one that maintains the lifestyle that you like, you do something you're hopefully passionate in, it's really the ideal retirement for most people. An achievable, real, fun way to spend your time, basically.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Ozzy, but I'm 52 and I'm in IT. Haven't worked for somebody else in 10 years, right? Which is okay. I probably need to continue working for myself because I'm unemployable. Okay. And the thing is, I got a HELOC. You might say, why did I get a HELOC? That's stupid. Everyone laughs at me, right? But there's method to the madness. I had good financials. The following year is going to be lousy, so I'm not going to be able to get finance. I took out a HELOC. I've essentially got nearly $100,000 up my sleeve, right? I don't need to make a house payment for many years because I can use that HELOC to just make the payment. And I can access super at 60. My wife can access super at 60 and pay the thing off. Boom.
You've been able to thread the needle and get the liquidity you need
I need that liquidity because otherwise I'll have a nervous breakdown because the business has been very tough. Business, what the problem with my business is, I don't pay salary. A lot of people come on for free because they're having fun. It's entertainment, right? So you have people like Clyde, okay? Clive was a very good guy. He helped me immensely. He was a good friend. I thought we were sweet. Then the son of a bitch goes on JJ's stream and stabs me in the back. Just put a knife through my heart. Right? That's what he did. And if you look at Clive, he had a really shit childhood. And all in Clive, it's never his fault. Everything is a fuck up. It's never his fault. It's always someone. But it's Clive's attitude. He's a real asshole. Okay? He's damaged goods. Then you've got people like you got Surdy Danny. All he is a pommy complainer. The guy is a pommy whinging son of a bitch. He used to come on, play guitar, we'd have a joke. Hey, Surdy, how's it going? Now what's happened is he hates my guts. See, they have this phase. It's like, I don't know if you've seen that movie Breakfast Club. It's the dynamics of relationships. So he used to love me. He came on. We had fun. It was a party. And then what happened is he hates my guts. Now he's writing songs about how he hates my guts. They don't just hate you. They really hate you. You got people like Sovereign. Sovereign inherited a $10 million business, right? And the problem with Sovereign is he uses his morality, being as a decamillionaire, on me, who never inherited fucking terribly much. I got an inheritance from my grandfather. I bought a fucking paddock and that was stolen in the burglary, but that's beside the point. When you've got $10 million, you can say and do things that somebody who has, nothing can't possibly compete. So Sovereign, he says, oh, you sold out your friends. Well, hang on a minute, mate. I'm not 10 million fucking dollars. My morality is different than you because you have the luxury of choice. I don't have that choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I got the feeling there that, you were being pushed to do things that, how do we say, praised established characters, but you have to live on a day-to-day basis.
Exactly.
You don't have the luxury of
I gotta pay the bills
long-term...
and survive. We got a super chat from SD43, £2. Doctor, heal thyself. Doctor, heal thyself. I gotta tell you something. I've actually done some figures on this holiday here, and I've realized something very important. I've realized something very important. I can't get divorced. I'll have no money. I gotta.
You're on the same ship together. Is that it? You're in the same boat.
Yeah. We're going down together. Because if we, even for her, I mean, the difference is she works 3 days a week. She'd have to go back to full time. And some very big lifestyle choices there. The thing, I've got to tell you this really, the honest truth is life in Australia is nowhere near, like, it's fucking ferocious. Cost of living is ferocious. And
yeah, I don't think that Australia genuinely has a middle class. Like, I don't really think so. Like, not in the way that America does.
The traditional middle class, like, let me tell you this. When I say traditional, the traditional middle class, they used to buy Ford Falcons and Holden Commodores, right? Your family sedan. That doesn't exist. Nobody buys sedans. And that is the middle, that lower middle class. When I say middle class, we're talking lower middle, like teacher, policeman, nurse. And, they were honest people. They could buy a house and they could have some children. And, as long as they didn't do anything silly like gambling or, some stupid things, they would retire and have a nice, reasonable retirement and had a good life. That's the dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
They may never have owned a Rolex. They may never have owned a Rolex. They may have had an Omega with a bit of gold plating on it. Nothing special. You know what I mean? But that middle, that doesn't exist because what's happened is they pay so much money in rent, they can't possibly save a deposit. They're saying a deposit for a house now is 10 years saving. 10 years.
Right. Well, and just the taxes as well, the tax on income, taxes on everything that you spend.
Well, the taxes aren't terrible because what's happened is you used to have bracket creep, right? But they've actually reduced the taxes. Like, even if you earn 100,000, the tax rate's about 30%. It's not. Now compare that to Singapore. Singapore is about 17%, right?
Wow, they've really moved the brackets around then, because 10 years
because people earn
ago.
100,000 as average income.
Taxable.
That's
they
still
really
high
moved it,
tax.
because I
So
was
let's put it this way: you can
when I
earn
was
up
in
to
Australia, I think I had about
135. You can earn up to 135,000 as 30% tax. Everything over 135 is 37% tax, and then everything over 190 is 45% tax.
Yeah, and then you've also got the Medicare levy, right?
Correct. That's a 2% charge.
Yeah. Was there another one to do with? Is there any other thing like to do with like retirement? Super. You're forced to do super at 15% now, right?
11. I think it's 11.
11.
No. Super is your employer pays super.
Well, and then you pay it too, right? Like
No, you don't have to pay super.
Well, oh yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking
employer
about
pays super.
So the employer pays super, but I mean, yeah, the employer pays super.
No. No. What the problem is, the employer pays super, but if you're self-employed, you don't have to put any money in.
Right.
So someone like me, I can tell you now, what's the first fucking thing I don't pay every month? I don't put money to super because I've got to reduce my credit card bill. I've got to reduce this. I've got to pay for that. So the first thing I cut out is super, right? And that's why sometimes you're better off to have a wage and salary job, because you've got compulsory super going in there. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. But so apparently super will go up to 12%.
It's 11.2%. Current superannuation rate is 11.5% of your ordinary earnings.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's scheduled to be 12% by July 2025. But I mean, like it's not like the employer pays it, because like in Australia, when I was offered pay packages.
No, the employer does pay it. It's not optional. You don't pay super, you go to jail.
Well,
I don't understand
what you're saying. Would there be any difference if the employee paid it?
No. It's you get a salary, and then you have to pay. They've got a thing in Australia called one-touch payroll. Okay, and basically, you have to when an employer, the way that they do it now is the employer. It's not optional. You cannot not pay super. Do you understand?
Sure. I know what you're saying, but what
directors are liable. Directors are personally liable. I know, because I got friends who fucking this. I tell you this.
Yeah.
If you're not making money as a business, right, you need to sack your staff. Otherwise, your liabilities will kill you. Okay.
Yeah. So just for anyone outside of Australia, like employers sometimes quote pay packages with or without super, and you normally have to follow up and ask, is like, is this 100,000 you're giving me actually what I'm gonna get pre or post super? And normally I was always quoted with the number including super, but that's completely like there's no.
Yeah, that's just how they package it. But that's like when you buy a car on roads, or it's not. What, do you want to drive the fucking thing? They have to pay super. If they don't pay super, it's big shit happens. I can tell you this.
Yeah. So it's not optional, but I'm just saying, like, whether they pay it or you pay it, it's sort of, that's just some word games. The reality is you've earned it either way, and you don't have any choice about where it goes.
Well, at the end of the day, what are you going to do when you're fucking in your 60s and you're facing ageism? No one's going to. What are you going to do? You need money to. How are you going to survive your retirement? Like, I don't know if you know this, but the retirement age in Australia is 67.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how the fuck? I want to retire now. I'm burnt out. I had enough. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the real trick to super is that they tax that as well.
Hello, Surty, you lousy shit. Just want to say hello to Surty. And we got the ranch at $2. Blondie time. If you have the dollars, she has the time. Hey, Rancher, thank you so much. Thank you, Rancher. I love you, Rancher. Come on, Rancher.
So tell me about food in Japan. That's the only reason I want to go. I just want some good Japanese food, and man, just finding the time. It's just not easy. There's only so many meals in a day.
We got Rick Foss, 20 knock. It's all over. Nice to see expat and his child. Yes, you betcha. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, guys, I have actually uploaded videos to the ArchieLuxury live stream channel. And guess what? I have done a number of food videos to show you. I've done a number of food videos to show you how great the food is. And
that's awesome.
Now, the reason I've done that is I was trying to do gonzoing, right? But the Wi-Fi is how do I put it? The Wi-Fi is fucked. Okay, Wi-Fi is fucked. Wi-Fi is fucked. So I thought the best thing I can do is film something, and then I can upload it and show you guys on the stream, and you can go and have a look yourself. Now, this is one of these micro businesses. Look at this.
Thank you, Nelson.
M. Curry, look at this.
Nelson Oliveira paying for...
Nelson Oliveira paid for this. Hey!
Thank you.
Extra large for me there. What do you think of that? Look at that. Look
I
at that.
don't think you can do this,
What do you think
Arch.
of that? Beef
Your
curry.
connection's not good enough to do the video and the streaming at the same time, even here.
Fuck,
But
sorry.
it does look like a fun place.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why. This connection should be pretty good. I've got a fucking internet in the house.
With your mobile situation, what are you using for internet?
Well, I got Vodafone. So Vodafone gives me it's got
roaming?
global. Yeah, but it's fucking
Okay.
4G.
No, yeah.
Oh.
So there's a couple of services, AirAllo and Saley.com. You can buy a local eSIM data SIM just for your data, and that'll be much better than roaming. It'll probably be like $10, but it'll be much better, because the problem with roaming is not only do you not necessarily have the best local network, it'll actually send that data all the way back to Australia before getting it back onto the internet, which is a huge fuck up, basically.
I see.
Yeah. So
that's
what I do these days when I'm overseas. Even though I've got a phone plan that allows a little bit of roaming, if I really want to use it a little bit more, like I'm there for more than a couple of days, I'll just buy an eSIM and get a local data situation happening, because it's much faster.
Yeah.
Even if it said 5G, it would still be problems.
Yeah. I got to tell you, it's Aussie expat. What can I say here? There's not as many watches like in the wild. I've seen a few Rolex. Okay, I've seen a number of Rolex. There's a lot of shit watches here in Japan. I've seen a lot of garbage on the wrist. Okay, it's not like Singapore or Hong Kong. They're very
a little flashier.
The funny thing is, like, I was at that curry place. The guy next to me with his wife had a fucking Leica camera. You know how expensive a Leica camera is?
Yeah, very nice.
And those Sumaflex lenses, they can be more expensive than the body. You know, the lenses themselves for Leica. Sure. So that was quite amazing. Like, somebody, that's what they often have, is a hobby like that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that many. I saw a hotted up MR2 yesterday, drove by. You don't see a lot of BMWs or Mercedes here. I see a few, but few and far between. Cars aren't a big thing in Japan. They don't seem to be a big thing.
No. Yeah, I watch a lot of videos on like car culture in Japan, and It's a very expensive hobby, full stop. And they tend to have a little bit more creative. The culture's a little bit different.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hi, Archie.
Great to have you
Hey,
on
Mike.
there. Thank you so much, man.
I was in your area of town last week. I was in San Francisco.
Yeah, I heard you mention that yesterday. If you ever felt like going doing lunch or something, man, and you're in the area again, hit me up. I'd love to hang out and talk watches or whatever live.
Next time I'm in town, I will. This was like the first time I've been in San Francisco for like I think 15 years or something. So
San Francisco's a great town. I tell you one thing, you wouldn't want to fucking live there. It is so expensive to rent.
Everything's expensive there. That's what I found.
And
I paid $23 for a sandwich. And it wasn't like, oh, I went to a fancy place and I ordered a sandwich. No, this is a place that just does sandwiches out the door.
Food is out of hand these days. Food is just out of hand these days. My favorite fish and chips place used to be, I thought expensive, was like $11 for a 2-piece fish and chips. This is the best fish and chips you'll ever taste and buy. But over the years, now they're up to like $24 for a 2-piece.
Yeah.
And that's like the equivalent of like a hamburger and fries, basically.
Yeah. No. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I got to tell you something. I can't see it really getting cheaper. I cannot see it. I can't see it.
That's not how inflation works. It doesn't go back. Doesn't go backwards.
The funny thing is, Aussie expat, I'm just going to tell you honestly, right? I got another super chat. Let's grab this super chat here. This is from Jeremy Kearney, €2.50. Would you HELOC a Grand Seiko Arch? 2 minutes on Grand Seiko. Would I HELOC a Grand? You know what? I've got enough watches now. Okay. I think for me, I got that Breguet, that 7057, that fancy wancy one. And I got a.
Did you get rid of the sub to get that, or?
No, I kept the sub. And we got Luxy joining us. Hello, Luxy. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. I'm just pinning the link.
How is everybody?
I gotta tell you, hey, fantastic. We're having a good time here. I'm just going to pin the link. We got Mike the Snake on us. Please thank Mike the Snake there, Luxy.
I'm so happy to see Mike the Snake here today, and it's
we missed you, Mike. I tell you that we didn't appreciate what we had with you until you came on. We came back. We lost you, and fuck, that was painful.
You never lost me. Well, a couple of years ago, I left for about 12 days, I think. But otherwise,
I think what Archie means, Mike, is that you don't realize what you have until it's not there, right?
Yeah,
and because
of course.
He missed you yesterday. He was like, "Oh, fuck." Mike.
I didn't know the show was on yesterday.
AJ sent me half a dozen messages. I've got the snake. I've got the snake. I've got your snake.
Well, I apologize for that. I'm not getting in between.
Mikey, it's okay. No stress, Mikey.
I don't have a problem with JJ. And if Archie's not on, which it appeared to me he was,
that's okay, man. It's okay.
Because dude, I would never go on somebody else's show if you were on, Archie. That's like total disrespect to you, and I would never ever fucking do that. So I had done my due diligence. I looked for your link. I fucking went everywhere up and down YouTube, couldn't find you, and then I got an invite to JJ, and I was like, I haven't been to JJ's in.
Hey, you got an invite? Who sent you the invite?
I think JJ did.
JJ sent you the invite.
Well, somebody sent me a notification of JJ being on.
This is after he told me. This is from JJ. He sent me that picture.
Wow.
Okay, that's what he sent me. I got your snake. I've got your snake. That's what he said to me.
Well, he didn't. You know what? I think he's just goading you because of the animosity you show towards him, because he doesn't really outwardly show any negative energy towards
Oh
you.
no,
Just-
no, he's never negative. I've never seen JJ be negative. There's never any
Well-
drama as well. I've
No,
never
I'm
seen
just the
any
biggest cunt in
drama.
the world, Mike.
What?
I'm just the biggest cunt in the world, Mikey. It's all my fault.
No.
Don't worry,
no,
it's all my fault.
I'm not
You can
saying
blame
that
it
at all.
all on me. JJ, come back. You can blame it all on me.
Anyways,
I gotta tell you.
But we love you,
also had
Mikey.
the Rancher.
Seriously,
The
we love
Rancher
you.
went
just
on
know this is
JJ's
my
show
main
there.
show.
Thanks, Rancher. Thanks for your support, Rancher. And
Fuck,
we had
Archie,
Surdy
as soon as I
Daddy-
come on, the
Surdy-
toxicity, it all comes out. Dude, should I just leave? That's the reason why I get
Hey,
paid for
Lexi,
everything, Aussie.
You got one of these? Air duster?
Now, I got to tell you something, Aussie expat.
Yeah.
Luxy, I was saying to Aussie expat, one of the things I love about Japan, they have micro businesses. Basically, you have a business where they have a little restaurant or a craft beer bar, or they just do something from the house. And it's
Okay.
in Australia, they don't really do things like that. But
This is
here,
a regulation, right?
it's a
Yeah.
number of things. The rents are so high. Basically, your restaurant, unless it's got 20 tables, you're not going to make much money because the economies of scale. Whereas in Japan, you have a lot of little businesses where they have a couple tables. The wages are lower, the rents are lower, and if they can survive, they're happy. Whereas in Australia, you'll get cleaned out very quickly. Big shopping centers have kind of killed that. You know what I mean? Big shopping centers. That's what happened. Big shopping centers. Westfield lease. Westfield.
Well, life in the shopping centers isn't all it's cracked out to be either, because my wife, her family had a bakery in a shopping center, and they've got all sorts of deals, and the leases can be like horrifying.
Oh, the leases can be $100,000 a year.
Well, that
but
they
more
can
than the
demand
price.
like 20% of your gross before taxes. They can take that off the top too. So you not only it's like they consider their space so prime that they can charge double the rent and say on top of that you owe us 20% of what you pull every day. And
Yes.
I worked in a place that was in a mall, and I just was like, what? But he said, you know what? The amount of walk through traffic that I get outweighs it, and so.
Well, for the first 6 months, the bakery was doing fine, but then a Baker's Delight opened up.
Oh fuck!
I don't know if it was in the same mall, or nearby, but it was enough to put them below break even.
Oh
But
fuck!
they had to see out the lease. They had to keep the shop open. They had to keep it open during the hours they wanted, and just keep running it just to pay
where
the lease.
Cove is.
Not because
Okay.
they have to.
You know where Cove is in Sydney, right?
Yeah.
He has to be open 7 days a week. Otherwise, they will penalize you financially.
Exactly.
They give you a fine.
Yeah.
Right? Can you there's two things I don't want to have in a business. Let me tell you this, Aussie expat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have a lease and I don't want to have staff. When I say staff, I don't mind contract staff. So they do a job, contracted, that's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ideally, I don't want staff in Australia. I'd rather have foreign staff, because if I have staff in Australia, I have to remit tax and I also got to pay super. But if they're contractors, foreign contractors, they basically don't. I mean, look, put it this way. Governments, whenever they put their nose into something, they fuck it up. Okay? Government can't run a business.
Yeah. But explain to me this, Arch. Why do Australians keep begging for government in every part of their lives? They honestly
we have three
every
tiers
problem
of
they want
government:
solved by the government.
local, state, and federal. There's so many. We have one layer of government too many.
Yeah.
And that's caused because we were independent states. So each state reported to the crown, and then they had federation.
Federation.
That's what happened.
20 years ago.
1901.
Yeah.
And I got to be totally honest with you. Grand Seiko, would I buy a Grand Seiko? Fuck.
You know, they have some Japanese only editions.
Yeah, I'd probably look at secondhand. I wouldn't mind buying a secondhand Grand Seiko, but the problem is they don't discount. That's the price. Take it or leave it. Hi. Take it or leave it. Hi. Well, you can keep it then. If that's the way you feel, keep it.
Really? They don't discount?
In
Sorry?
Thailand on Grand Seiko.
Yeah, no, in Japan, they're very adverse to haggling.
Mm-hmm.
And the prices are fucking expensive. I could probably buy a Grand Seiko cheaper in Australia than I can buy it here. Because I would buy secondhand. I mean, I love Grand Seiko. My son has he's actually has a Grand Seiko. I gave it to him for his 18th. He's 19. He's actually had it for a year.
Do you think they're expensive for what they are?
Grand Seiko? No, I think they're really good quality, actually. They're really nice.
I don't. So then, okay.
And
what about
let me say something. Creedor, that's supposed to be more high-end than Grand Seiko.
It's even higher end than Seiko.
Yeah,
Seiko.
I had a look at one, but I wasn't that impressed.
Rich Mitch, £2. Please visit some watch dealers. Yes, yes, yes.
Has anyone in the Archieverse got? Is it Creedor or Credor?
Yes, Creedor.
I think it's Creedor.
They're supposed
Has anyone
to be
in the
amazing.
Archieverse got one?
You know, I'm
not sure if I've even seen one. I mean, I was at a Grand Seiko event. They don't have Creedors lying around.
It's kind of a shit. You know, the problem with Grand Seiko is they don't give it names. It's SBGA 712, SBG. It's got a fucking. It doesn't have like a GM. It doesn't have an easy.
Yeah,
the naming system is a bit funny. You know what I mean?
Isn't Grand Seiko the same way? Where they just have an endless list of numbers for their model lines.
Nice to see you, Mikey, from Bear Clooney. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
said hi, Bear, in the chat. Hey, Bear, love you, man. Jump on, buddy.
You know, they called me
water's
out
warm.
yesterday. They called me out yesterday. Aussie expat. I was on there. I was exhausted. I'd spent all day walking around. And before I came on the stream, I had 2 beers with my wife. I came on. I was fucking exhausted yesterday, Luxy, when I came on the morning stream.
Yeah.
My feet were killing me. I just wanted to go and have a shower and have a lie down.
Yeah. So Archie, you can get 5 gig eSIM for $11.50 US. Or you can try smaller for less money,
okay.
But you can it doesn't cost much to try it out, and it's data only. There's no phone number attached to it, so that's not an upside, but it does make things less complicated. Okay,
I'll have a look.
Yeah, it's worth a shot if you've got data problems.
What brand was that?
So that I've got it in private chat. I don't want to.
Yeah, I see that.
Spruik them. So effectively, it's just an app that allows you to buy eSIMs, and they don't own every carrier around the world. It's just a platform for them to do that. The other one is this one. Both do basically the same thing.
Okay.
Up to you, but it's certainly better than roaming that I've experienced. Just trying to take my roaming service around the world, just get a local eSIM, and it's much faster.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting you say that.
Can I ask you guys a serious question?
Yes.
Okay, so you see this MBNF.
Yes.
It's a bit of a mess, right? The dial's a bit crazy.
Yeah, but that yeah, okay, yeah.
I know that's the style.
It has that really weird domed crystal, and the action is way at the top of the crystal, right?
So my question is, when is enough complications enough, or can it actually
Never.
be bad? Can
Never.
too many complications be bad?
Well,
Depends what kind of watch it is.
MD&F has taken complications and then made them in a complicated way.
Just
Yes.
one sec. There we got Rich Mitch, £2. Please visit some watch dealers. Yes, yes, yes. And would I buy? I got to be honest with you, Jeremy. I think Japan is probably one of the most expensive places to buy Grand Seiko. You want to buy it where it's not loved.
Really?
Not. It's like
Wow.
I had a phone call. I did a paid phone call with a doctor from California. And he said to me, he wants to get a nice dress watch. What do I recommend? He said, I'm going to Switzerland in 2 months' time. Should I buy it there? I said, no, no, no. I said, if you're in America, you're much better off to buy it from a dealer in America, pre-owned. That's what I told him.
You know,
Please
I've come to
don't.
discover that the taxes in America are no joke. Like importing a watch is $10,000. I mean, sorry, 10%. So if you're on
Yeah.
a $100,000 watch, it's 10,000. But that's pretty serious. That's enough to kill most deals. A margin of 10%. Unless for some reason the origin country just doesn't like watches, apparently. It's huge. Although US dollar is doing pretty well right now, but yeah, it did make me think twice that that watches are something you can wheel and deal around the world. It's
I
it's
heard
not always
somebody.
that simple.
I heard somebody say if you buy from Japan, in America or Canada, the hit isn't that hard, and it's still worth buying from Japan because of the general meticulous nature they take care of their
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
But he said it wasn't like as big of a hitch as he thought it was, and it wasn't the hit wasn't that hard.
Well, it's a 9.5%, so you can decide whether or not it's worth
Is
it.
that what it is? Okay, I don't know. So maybe you.
But I mean, if you buy it, you don't have to pay any tax, Mike. Isn't that much better? You're much better off to buy. You're much better off to buy secondhand goods in America. Rich Mitch says, £2 importing a watch into UK is 20% VAT.
Yeah. It's really bad.
But on the way out, there's no
what
VAT
if you-
back either, so like it probably works out like that.
Well,
What
Aussie
if-
expat, you know what I don't understand is you almost need a passport for your luxury watch because say it was sold originally in America, taxes were paid, then someone took it to Canada, they would have had to pay Canadian. Then it goes to England. You don't get any of the Canadian taxes back. The funny thing is, America and Canada have reciprocal trade deals, right? That don't apply to small business. That is for big business. That doesn't apply to small business. And Canada, you think about it, they just double dipping taxes. It's really...
Yeah, I really don't get used taxes at all. Like I understand if it's like a new product imported, commercial basis, blah, blah, blah. But paying used taxes on secondhand goods.
Yeah,
which
because the
is
tax has
still a
already
thing here
been
in the USA.
paid, right?
Yeah, it's already had full taxes paid at its, presumably its peak.
So you should be able to resell that 100 times because it's already been paid.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I do not understand used taxes, which are a thing in USA. Like you can't just buy a
Well, in
car
Australia,
from another state. You're supposed to register and pay another round of taxes on. It's like, why? It's already had its taxes paid.
You know, Ozzy, the biggest thing I've seen with that is in the bullion industry. You see, like, let's say a coin shop selling silver coins. In the UK, it's 20% tax on silver. So silver coin, silver bullion. That one silver coin probably is passed through hundreds of hands. and it's being taxed 20% every single time. It's crazy. I don't know how they can get away with
T43
it.
is saying you don't add VAT every time it's sold.
They do.
I mean,
they do with silver
on the
coins.
name.
I've asked the dealers.
Yeah. That's insane. Like, I mean, the whole idea is that that's quote unquote a value added tax. If it's just passed hands, literally, no one is adding value to a silver coin at any point. You know, no one's adding value to the coin.
I can even prove it to you guys.
Yeah.
I'll try and find.
No, I believe you. I can totally imagine.
No, you're right. Aussie expat, tell me this. You know, if you wanted to come back to Australia with your watches, you've paid taxes on your watches, you'd have to fucking declare that and pay 10% GST on arrival.
That's a good question. I have no idea. I mean,
you do.
Never. No, but I'm just saying I have no idea. And when I first moved, I've moved around a lot of different countries. America was the first country that asked me, what is all this stuff that you're bringing in? And it was customs. It never even occurred to me that we were going to charge it. All I said was, this is all my personal shit. You know, that's all I said. It's just all my personal stuff. And
how did they respond to that?
They released it. It was just as simple as that. Like, I gave them like the most vague, factual answer possible, which is, it's all my stuff. It's my personal effects. But I didn't have anything that valuable. I had like a bloody computer was my most valuable possession.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have no idea. But even a computer alone would have been above the customs threshold of about $850. So I really don't know how any of this plays out. I have no idea myself. I mean, you're telling me I would have to pay for it. Yeah, I probably would. I have no idea.
Would you go to Australia? Would you move back? Well, you never know. You never know, Aussie expat, do you?
Yeah, life's funny. Hey, if my son wants to be the world's best surfer, I might move back.
I got to tell you, one thing I really enjoyed is those micro businesses. That small business, they run from a home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be honest with you, in Marcelo's case, Marcelo's actually smarter than all of us put together, because he found a lady who had money. Her parents decided to buy the business for him because he was just doing nothing. Idle hands cause trouble. So to keep control of him, they bought a business for he runs a food business, and he can at least cook and make steaks and some food. And he gets a few high-end watches. That's living the dream.
How
you know
I
what I mean?
don't really want to talk about someone behind his back, but I am curious. How is that successful? I don't really understand. Like, in America, if you run a steakhouse, you have to put a lot of effort into how it looks, sourcing of beef and stuff like that. But really, a lot of it is presentation and service, and it should be. That's kind of what steakhouses are. I don't see that second component to his place, honestly. Like,
well, he
I
doesn't
imagine
even have a
almost
menu
any
online.
Japanese wagyu restaurant doing teppanyaki.
He doesn't have a menu online. Let me ask you this: if you were a restaurant, he had a customer who was caught in a typhoon. He charged them $200 for not turning up.
Yeah, I cannot.
I mean, how is that
imagine
customer
ever doing
service?
that. Yeah, it's horrifying.
I don't think it's a business. I think it's a joke. It's not a business.
Coming up with some reason that to have shirked your thing, and especially if you're like, if it was a typhoon, or I'm not exactly sure of a situation, but unless you're at full capacity and you genuinely turn customers away, I don't see why you would take that person's money.
Yeah, it says in the review it's a typhoon, and you'd think you'd give some,
concession,
dude,
it's a
it's a typhoon in town. Like, give the guy a break that he wasn't able to make it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if there was a typhoon in town, it's unlikely the restaurant was full.
What I don't understand is why he didn't send some friends in and say, "I'll take those uncooked ingredients, please. Keep it to the side. You've charged me $200. I will now therefore
Because the
correct
Japanese
my
are too polite, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're too polite to tell them to get fucked.
Are they though? Are they like the Japanese are good business people typically? Like they're not dumbasses. You know what I mean?
Did you know I got told off yesterday? Actually, the day before.
What?
There was this middle-aged guy. You could see like he's like 37. He's running a news kiosk on a station.
Mm-hmm.
He's the sort of guy who'd watch that really nasty game show Japanese porn. You know, game show Japanese porn?
Not really. I mean, there's definitely different themes. But
I can tell the
anyway.
genre. He'd be into game show Japanese porn.
Okay.
And he starts getting shitty at me. No filming. I'm just filming the station. I was just filming I'm a tourist. Right. I'm filming on my phone. I don't have a professional camera. He got really shitty at me.
Oh my God.
And he just wanted to have a go at me, just a fucking nasty cunt who he thinks he has a bit of authority because he's running a little shop on a station platform. He gets really nasty. Have you seen those Japanese porn where people get caught stealing and then they have to perform sex acts to get out of the police coming? That's the sort of guy he was. Okay.
Sure.
Fucking sneaky little cunt.
I'm all into the Japanese stuff. So when you say just game show type thing, I need you to be more specific. What you've done to me is just basically I'm like the bartender in a bar, and you've just asked for beer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I need more information to understand what you're talking about.
What about the ones where they have game shows with their family members, and you have to
That's the one that I like. That one's a good one.
That's ridiculous. Don't you think that's ridiculous?
Where you just have a wall with cutouts. And
there's holes in the wall, and you got to figure out.
I really love
and then based
sound
on how
effects.
each one feels,
The sound
you got to
effects.
figure out which one was actually your wife.
The sound effects.
Which one was your sister?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And
it's just make believe art. It's just a bit of creativity.
Are the subtitles real? Can I ask you that? Archie, you
The
speak
what?
Japanese. The subtitles, are they real? You know, when some of these put subtitles and you're like, are they actually really saying that? Or is it just random nonsense that they're guessing what they're actually saying?
The funny thing is, Japan has the lowest incidence of sex per year I think the only country that's worse than Japan is Korea.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
South Korea. Japan has the lowest incidence of sex per year. If you do a search, how many times does a couple have sex?
Right.
I'm
Japan
searching
has
it right now.
Japan has the highest incidence of sexless marriage.
I'd say, look, there's probably a few factors, but apart from being, quote unquote, less sex, one I imagine is divorce is relatively low there, and also longevity is quite high. So, like in the West, you're more likely to see the end of the marriage if it's gone sexless for that long.
Yeah.
So there's other correcting factors.
Would you stay in a sexless marriage, Aussie expat?
No.
How long before you left? A week?
I think relationships are more complicated than that, but look, the main point is like, are both partners actually trying? And that's in all aspects of a relationship. You know what I mean? That's the real factor. Is are both parties actually trying to make the relationship work? But I'm guessing there's a lot more of relationships in Japan that sort of devolve into a marriage, but no real romantic relationship anymore. But I can't speak for that. I know that's what Warren Buffett is. Like, I think he lives in Omaha and his wife lives in like California or something.
She's died now.
Oh,
he had
really?
a mistress. Warren Buffett had a mistress for many decades.
I'm sure. Like, they weren't divorced, but they literally weren't under the same roof for like decades. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, but they weren't
Ooh.
at each other's throats. But it's like, okay,
Oh,
whatever.
I've just did an article, Archie. Are you ready? Shocked. I'm actually fucking shocked, to be honest. Fuck this website. Wait 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up. Here we go. So this is the 20 least sexually active countries in the world.
yeah.
What would you guess is at number 20?
Oh, come on, that's we can't go through all of them. I mean, this is not.
All right. China. What the fuck? China is at number 20 in the most least sexually active. They only have 96 times
That's
per
twice a
year
week. That's twice a week.
on average.
That's not terrible.
That's actually pretty high because my understanding is USA, the average for a marriage is actually like once a month.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know the Western world is
Yeah.
fucked as well. I've
The
heard
Western, like, I mean, this is 20. I don't understand how that's possible. Because a lot of the Western
19.
countries would just be.
Taiwan.
It's a conspiracy, man.
Hey,
Vietnam,
take this article with a pinch of salt.
telling
It's
you.
called Inside a Monkey, okay? So take this article with a pinch
Yeah, I
of
don't
salt.
know. We're starting with pretty high numbers for quote unquote
Vietnam.
the worst in the world.
Malaysia,
Malaysia, India, Singapore.
India. Those guys. I can't believe that. Come on.
Maybe they did back in the day, but now the world's changing.
Fuck. Singapore. Singapore's pretty crap.
Okay, so it says according to the study, only 75 per year.
What's Singapore?
Singapore.
That's still more than one per week. So that's higher than most
73?
Western countries.
Morocco, Philippines. Yeah, I don't. This doesn't make any sense.
Thailand.
Nah. This is bullshit.
This is just ChatGPT stuff.
This is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Romania, Slovakia, Japan. Japan is a number 3.
How many times?
At least once per week.
On the other hand,
Fuck,
45% of women and 44% of men reported not having had any sexual partners,
in the past year.
including sex workers.
Yeah,
in the past year.
That's bullshit. Number 2 is Ukraine, and number 1 is fuck this website.
Well, Ukraine's got a
Kong.
war going on. Aussie expat. You can accept that, can't you?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly, there's still people who live in Ukraine and they seem to have normal-ish lives. I'm not saying like counterpoint.
All the
but
guys
I mean,
are fighting. They've
Yeah.
been drafted into the army.
That's true. I've seen the minivans roll around and pull people in off the street.
Fuck.
Have you seen those?
No.
Like a guy might be with his family or girlfriend or something, and they're out in the street, and then they'll roll up in a van and have 3 guys in uniform just drag you into the van and off to the front line you go.
Fuck, you're joking.
Yeah,
aren't you?
they just look like, oh, you look like you're healthy and
Able-bodied.
okay.
Able-bodied.
You're joking, aren't you?
Yeah. I've seen many videos of, a van rolls up, just they drag them like they're kicking and screaming and putting up a fight, but they're used to that. That's their entire job, is just to drag them in, and they'll hit them over the head or something like that if they're really putting up too much of a fight and stuff like that, and they'll drag them into the van.
Fucking hell.
Off they go. That's
You're
war.
joking.
No, absolutely not.
I don't like to. I mean, between you and me, I don't want to die for anybody. Do you?
You don't want to what? Sorry.
I don't want to die for anybody.
No.
And the sad thing is, all the wealthy Ukrainians, they fucked off a long time ago. They're in
Yeah.
Dubai and Thailand.
Yeah.
Rich Mitch, £2. This conversation a shitter. Watch talk. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I got some watch talk for you. I got some weird, crazy
How about
watch talk.
we're double fisting some chronos tonight. We got the shitter and then the cheapest Daytona I own.
Whew. What a
Nice.
beautiful watch.
Okay, so okay, so forget that it's Hublot, okay? But this is the shift that I'm finding in the watch world, especially as you see with Patek Philippe recently, with their eco-friendly boxes. They're not using wood anymore. They're going to more cheaper materials, more eco materials. They're not using exotic skins as much anymore. They're going to more eco considered friendly straps. So I think Hublot has took it to the next step. So this is in partnership with Novak Djokovic, and they have took his racket and incorporated it into the box, and they have took his shirts and incorporated it into the watch itself. Is that a bit weird, or is that pretty cool?
I'm a big fan of Djokovic. I think he's the GOAT, but this sounds yuck. I mean, neither
Sweaty
of
old.
those
I mean, obviously they
things-
washed them.
Yeah, neither of these things are really that. How would we say? These are like high consumables for him. It'd be like making them out of match play tennis balls or something like that. Yeah, there's more than a dozen of those each time they play. He goes through, I'm sure he goes through rackets pretty rapidly, goes through shirts pretty rapidly. I mean, this is like a Twitch streamer, you know, shit, basically. I don't think it's a great thing.
So what's it made
do you
of?
think? Oh, the rackets and his shirts from his matches. Yeah, look, recycled composite with his shirts and rackets.
Oh fuck! You got DNA in it.
Wow, they washed that shit, right? I actually have a picture of the box. The box actually looks pretty funky, and I've used the wood from the rackets. Give me a second.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, the rackets are made out of steel. I know for like
they're not made out of wood.
Players. No, for entry level players, will be made out of like some sort of
yeah. You're right. No,
like
they'd be totally composite.
But for pros, they'll often use steel. Although I don't really know. Maybe they starting to use composites now, but I know that they've stuck with steel for a very long time. Sampras was really famous for using a racket that was long since discontinued.
So are you telling me that the watch itself, the composites and the t-shirts have been incorporated into the watch, but the actual box, they've chopped down a whole tree?
It's recycled.
I'm guessing
it's recycled,
Maxi. It's not really wood. I don't know. So one of the reasons they may have done that sort of layered, sort of textured look is because with recycled plastics and recycled anything, it's very hard to make a material that looks consistent. So one way to combat that is just to not make it consistent.
Super chat.
Here we go. Super chat. Rich got little Dave, $2. Curly called me a troublemaker. That doesn't pay. I tell you what, Curly would have to be one of the biggest fucking assholes there is there. Not only does Curly just steal and critique other streams, does it without adding any bit of benefit to it, but he just is the biggest fucking hypocrite I've ever met. He complains constantly. I just want to have fun. I just want to have a good time. Yeah, but he likes to bitch about everybody else. Bitch and critique. And then he says complete opposite to what he does. Mookie and Curly. Mookie, he does so much for the Archieverse, doesn't he, Lux? Mookie does so much for the Archieverse.
Oh, he does. He does.
So
Yeah.
much he does. Mookie does so much. I tell you one thing, I paid so much money to Mookie, he fucked off, he took all his clips. He didn't leave the clips. And then he blamed Lux for taking them down. Why the fuck would you take his clips down, Lux?
Email us the clips. Archie's paid 40% for those clips. I actually like the look of this.
That's true. You paid him for clips and he's...
40%. For how many months, Archie?
Yeah.
Oh, considerable.
And even before that incident, Archie, I actually told you many times, and I can actually provide evidence of this. I told Archie many times, we need more clips. Mookie has all the clips on their channel, but we don't have them on this channel. Can you get us more clips? I've actually messaged you demanding more clips.
Yeah. They're not interested. They're running a business. They just stole the leads and they fucked off. That's why Curly doesn't come on anymore. Why would he come on? He's got the audience. He doesn't need us.
Oh, he does for the content. He'll take this content and play it for the next 10 hours.
Yes. It's a shit business.
Do you like this watch? I think it kind of looks kind of funky, though, to be honest.
$42,000.
Yeah, that's the
problem. 42. It's a Hublot.
Yeah,
$42,000. I mean, wow.
Yeah, but if that had a Richard Mille logo on it, you'd be going, "Oh, that's cheap."
No, I'm not a hater of Richard Mille. I just it's not something I would want or desire. But I guess what you're really talking about is like why can't this be worth $42,000 if a Richard Mille is worth 100, 200, 300? I think you're right. Is there any real difference between this and a Richard Mille?
Yes. The shock resistancy. Richard Mille spent so much money on research and development for shock resistancy.
Is it true though?
Well, I just believe what they tell me. If they tell me it's rated to 10,000 G-force, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I die out of 10,000 Gs.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, like, you got to, like, the whole industry is full of scumbags and law and thieves. If anyone other than Rolex says that they have, pretty good durability, I would want them to prove it. If they want to make a claim about durability, let's see it happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like, and Nadal wears his watch on the course, but it's on his opposite hand, and we don't know how many they've made for him.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that it was on his opposite hand.
I think it is. He does play two-handed though, so maybe that changes things a little bit in terms of.
They can be very superstitious, these players too, can't they?
Some are, some aren't. Very particular sometimes. Like as I was saying, like Sampras was famous for having played only this racket that was long since discontinued by a factory in I think Barbados. And Wilson just kept making them for him and him alone.
On this particular link, it's not actually telling me anything about how many G-force, but some of them I've seen have actually mentioned the Gs. All it's saying on this one, unless they've updated their website because of what you're saying, it just says shock resistancy. Yeah. When subjected to shocks. It doesn't actually, before it used to say how many Gs.
Right. Well, I think G's is wouldn't even be that great of a that's like G's isn't a test. right? Because you would also have to factor in which angle it was applied, how long the G's were applied, and so forth. So even G's isn't really a test. It's not a rating, nor is it really a test.
You don't remember that film Spies Like Us with Chevy Chase in it? The G-force test. Remember?
Yeah.
They went in that thing and the guys come out with hair like that. Remember? That's G-force.
Yes.
You know?
Centrifuge. Do they even claim an accuracy that's worth noting here? What's the stated accuracy?
I'll try and find it. I'll try and find.
Oh, we're on Richard Mill here. Okay.
I'm seeing if there's anything about G-force on the McLaren version. I think they got rid of the G-force thing because they used to really push about G-forces.
Was that what? Did that slide just have a lot of specs there? Movement, yeah. What's it saying there?
Moment of inertia. Oh fuck! I hate this website.
Five hertz. No, it's not even claiming an accuracy. Do they even bother? Oh, we don't care.
No, I don't think they do. To be honest,
This isn't really built for that. We're going to claim it still works, even though it's like doing 30 seconds every 10 minutes.
It's not that bad, is it?
No, look, if they don't even claim anything that you could actually verify, then I'm allowed to assume it's terrible. Is that
yes,
fair enough?
Angelic? I can't read Angelic. Thank you so much. I love all these positive comments, man. Keep them coming.
Angelic's another total cunt. He just, Angelic has got his crap house, the tree house.
The crack house. Jesus Christ.
I said crap house. Crap
oh,
house.
Crap.
No,
Oh,
fucking chainsaw that fucking tree house down. He just comes here to make a cunt of himself. And you notice for someone who thinks he hates our guts so much, he's always there bitching. He's always there bitching constantly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Anthony.
Jay Anthony, how are you, sir?
Good day.
That's quite the introduction. Archie, you're in my favorite place on earth. How is it going?
Look, I had a fight with this. A few little things pissed me off.
A few?
There's, you can see this. There was this guy working at a kiosk on the station selling newspapers and magazines and drinks. And he got really upset. I was just filming a little bit on my camera, on my phone. I was just filming a little bit. He got really shitted off. And I thought, you're the sort of dude who would watch Japanese porn, You could just see he's the sort of deviant.
I'm
just
a nice
deviant.
guy. What's that stuff? Either way, but yeah, anyway.
I saw you were in Kamakura, so that was good.
Yes. Yeah, I'm in Kamakura. You know Kamakura.
I was just there a month ago. Yeah, I went to the Great Buddha.
Yes, the Great Buddha. Yes, the Big Buddha. Yeah.
I'm jealous, my friend. You're where I want to be.
One thing I really love about Japan, Jay Anthony, is they have these micro businesses where you have these little houses where they have a little restaurant downstairs, maybe have 4 or 5 tables, and they sell like curry, like beef curry. They sell craft beer. And in the US, you don't have these little, like it just, in suburbia, you couldn't do that. In Japan, like these houses have existed for hundreds of years, so they've kind of built these things. They got away with it. I think it's so beautiful. You have these little businesses in these little sections that they probably don't make a fortune out of it, but they really, what a fantastic thing to do. Have a little business. They They survive. They make, you know what I mean? It's just so beautiful.
Yes, I do.
That's something, free enterprise, because I like free enterprise. I like small businesses. And these are more micro businesses. I'd say they're micro businesses. They're just little businesses. And see, in America, because the rents are so high, you franchise it so big, it really, you don't have these beautiful things. You don't have these same opportunities. And I got to be honest with you, America's always been free enterprise. That's one thing I love about the American dream. It's free enterprise, right? But in Japan, I think it's better because they actually have these little small businesses that you just, I think it's such an amazing concept. I really like it. And it's kind of a shame we don't have that in the Western world.
So I have a top tip for you then. Have you been to Nakano Broadway?
No, where's that?
So if you like micro business and you like watches, I found your ultimate mecca. So there's it's called Nakano Broadway. It's just north of Shinjuku. It's an easy subway stop. It's 3 floors of micro mom and pop businesses. They have like ancient like toy train model collectors and like anime stuff, but there's a lot of watch dealers on the 3rd floor. And they're all mom and pop shops except for a couple bigger.
It's in Tokyo, is it?
It's in Tokyo. It's in Nakano. It's right by Shinjuku. It's like 1 station away from Shinjuku.
Okay. It's a bit hard to get around. I find it a little bit.
You don't have your subway card? How are you getting around? Are you doing taxi? Taxi's real expensive.
Sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Okay. Fair enough.
We got this article that was recommended by Richmond. It says, "Is Tokyo the best place for watch lovers?" And it's some of their favorite spots. This is on Chrono 24. Ginza. Is Ginza the center of the watch industry? Have you been to Ginza, Archie?
Yeah, I've been there. Yep. Ginza is amazing.
It's for the main Seiko boutiques. They have the Grand Seiko right there. That's the Ginza boutique for Seiko.
Oh, look at this. Literally every building, Hublot, and as you go down, you've got different brands.
I actually think Taiwan's better for new watches. By Taipei 101, they have ridiculous brands I didn't see in Ginza.
Then we have Nakano.
Yeah,
Nakano
that's it. Nakano Broadway. Archie, you need to go.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Classical
I heard you didn't see Marcelo. What have you been up to? What's been fun?
Look, I've just been going and seeing many interesting things around there. I went to the couple temples yesterday. The day before that, we went to Tokyo. It's been pretty good.
Whereabouts are you? Over by Narita? Where are you staying, roughly?
No, I'm staying at. I am staying at Kamakura. I'm in Kamakura.
Oh, did you go into Yokohama? Because that's right next door. Okay.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes. But it's more of a family holiday than a business trip. So I got to do what the wife wants to see and do. So it is what it is. I take advantage. I try and film a few things. It's a bit of a rest for me too.
It's a beachside town. It's beautiful there.
It is a beach. It's expensive. It's not. I tell you what, accommodation is not as cheap as you think, but it is nice. That's for sure. It is lovely.
Luxy, the servicing page of Richard Mille is really fun. They say that you'll void your warranty if you change the strap. Your movement will be permanently damaged, people.
A quality piece.
Yeah. Don't you dare Aftermarket strap, your movement will be permanently damaged.
That's
They
ridiculous.
want nothing to do with you if you do it. And nowhere on their website do they make any claims of accuracy. Ever. Like, I'm going through model by model. They do not stand by their watch's accuracy. And even the power reserve is this loosey-goosey. Oh, it'll do 50 hours, plus or minus 10%. It's like, what is that? Does that mean it's 45 hours? Because, I mean, what if I get one and it's like 60 hours?
Can you imagine if airplanes like crashed with like plus or minus 10% accuracy? How people would be so upset. But with this, it's high horology. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like $300,000 watch. Plus minus 10%. You don't need to know the accuracy.
It's a piece of art. We're missing the point, right?
I guess when their art is apparently engineering, but apparently it's not.
You're already ripping off.
That's fucking ridiculous. Richard Mille is so expensive, and
yeah, for them not to make any verifiable claims, it's just typical of just garbage.
It's
frankly,
very
garbage. It's garbage.
It's a very Ferrari-esque move that the way they behave. Like voiding the warranty if you change anything. Where like Ferrari steps in, and if you paint your car the wrong color, they'll sue you.
Right. Isn't Ferrari also known for not how do we say, supporting people when they try to determine objective facts about the car, like acceleration?
I don't know.
I think I've seen that. Like, they won't allow their car to participate in, say, like a drag race, because like, why would you ever want to do that? Put a supercar in some form of race. It sounds uncouth. Sounds unbecoming of the brand that we're trying to do, like a sports car that is involved in some kind of sporting endeavor. Oh my god. Why would we ever do that? Yeah.
I got to tell you something, Jay Anthony. I found a very good video the Wizard put together. Did you watch the Car Wizard?
I don't want to say something controversial. I don't really like the guy. I've watched some of his stuff. I don't agree with him. I think I question his knowledge, but yes, I've watched the Car Wizard.
He was talking about a 2018 Malibu, Chevy Malibu.
I'm sure he shit all over it, didn't he?
Well, it had the 1.5 liter turbo.
That's exciting. That's a lot of horsepower.
Well, the problem is, he said, no, it's just the reliability of it. He said, these cars, after 150,000 miles, they're fucked. And that's what Chevy's making. He said when they used to use a 3.8 liter 6-cylinder, you'd get several 100,000 out of them. Now that is no more. And you look at Toyota and Honda, Honda especially is moving towards very small turbo engines with CVT transmissions.
Yeah.
And would you buy a car with a CVT transmission? They're trouble.
Not unless it was a Prius and I had a 150-mile commute every day and it was only for a commuting appliance. No.
Like even Subaru, they only do CVT.
Yeah, that's an incident for me.
I think
Subarus don't have great transmissions like at any point in time, regardless. So it's not like, oh, let's get the 4-speed instead of the CVT. Neither is a smart choice.
Yeah, well, and Honda's 9-speed automatic too has been a piece of junk too. They had a bunch of transmission issues like 2000 to 2003 in the Accords and the Odysseys and stuff, and they're reliving their past. They're bringing back their glory days of transmission failure. It's kind of
I have a Nissan with a CVT in it, and I think the trick to CVTs is you got to change the oil in them, kind of as a maintenance thing, like you do your motor oil.
Well, they say it's sealed for life. Sealed for life. Don't you like that term?
Yeah, they're not serviceable. They are not serviceable. Like, you can't.
Sealed for life. What does that mean?
So it means
60,000 miles.
Take good care of it is what it means, and it should last a good hell of a long time. And if you change the fluid in the filter out periodically, it will probably last the lifetime of the car.
Sorry, gentlemen. I got to run. I got to make dinner for the kids.
Aussie Expat, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. Thank you so much.
Can't wait
Thank
for
you.
those food videos, Arch. See you guys.
See you.
Yeah.
See, man.
Jay Anthony, I don't know if I had you on when I was considering that Breguet, the 7057.
You did, and you were going to get a Panerai in trade too. So what happened?
Look, I decided to get the Breguet. I traded my Breguet for the other Breguet, and I put some money. Okay.
So you didn't get the Panerai.
I'm still thinking about it. Okay. I actually thinking about I might just buy the Panerai outright because it's I don't need it at the moment. I like it because I wanted a big chunky mug. I'm a bigger guy, but I'm just gonna take. I think sometimes you've got to appreciate watches slowly. You don't just go buy. Slow down. And I got to tell you, I really do think that Breguet is I think it's just a beautiful. With my collection, I'm trying to round off my collection. I had too many chronographs.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to keep the JLC chronograph, which everybody hates for a number of reasons. Number one, everyone hates it on this show, so it must be good.
I don't hate it, but yeah.
Number two, it had a recent service by JLC. It wasn't actually that expensive, but it's had a service by JLC, whereas the Breguet hasn't been serviced. That's the chronograph Breguet I had.
Yes.
And the Breguet Type 21, yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of think to myself, you know what? Just round out the collection a bit. I've got the gold JLC, the World Time, the Breguet 7. It's called a 7057. And I could also say my two-tone bluesy, which is a sports Rolex. It's got gold in it, so that's my precious metal. In the steel, I've still got the Explorer 2,
Mm-hmm. The
the
Zenith.
Speedmaster,
Yeah.
and also the Zenith El Primero. So I probably would add something as a diver down the track, but I don't have to race into it.
If it makes you feel better, besides Irwin having that watch, and I really like Irwin, the president of Breguet North America also has that watch. So if you're the president of Breguet North America and that's your choice of the catalog, that says it's a good quality piece.
Oh, he has the 7057. Is that right?
He does, yeah.
We got a comment here from Bear Clooney. He says, the only watch I hate in his collection is the Hillbilly Tourbillon Zenith. The rest is fine. Fuck. That's one way of putting it.
We got a super chat here, Rich Mitch. £2. Why didn't Archie Gonzo from Ginza? Japan, you got to be very careful with the gonzoing. They kind of get a bit funny. You got to be a little bit careful. So I've shot video at places, and I think I was at the end of my trip. I was feeling a bit tired. I didn't. But you know what?
Where can we find these videos if anyone's interested in looking?
They're on
What
this
channel is
channel. They're on this channel.
Live stream.
Here. Live stream channel, yes. And we got our good friend Uzi joining us. By the way, could you live here, Jay Anthony? Hey, Uzi.
Hi.
How you
I would
going?
move there.
Good.
You got a super chat?
Super chat. Here we go. We got a super chat. Bear Clooney watches $2. Thank you, Lux.
No worries. Thank you for the kind super chat.
Thank you.
Uzi,
so
how
much.
many millions have you made in crypto today or yesterday?
That's why I came on. What should I buy?
I don't know, but man, I've heard messages left, right, and center that crypto's going crazy right now.
Is it me or is it altcoin season? Or is this in my head?
I heard that the Bitcoin power has gone less than 60% now. The dominance.
So you know what it is. So is this altcoin season? Can we make some money?
I don't want to give financial advice. I've lost a hell of a lot of money in crypto, so in the past, so I don't want to give financial advice to anyone. But for entertainment purposes only, I think we're at the start of altcoin season. But the only thing is, Litecoin never seems to fucking move. Have you ever got into Litecoin? That was
Everyone.
one of the original.
You know what, Lux? If it ain't moving for you, just scrap it. Scrap it. Bring
Yeah.
it to the scrapyard. Scrap it. Get something else.
Yeah, yeah.
The problem is, you know, these cars are so expensive in Thailand, Uzi. They don't scrap them. They get them going and going and going.
Archie,
I
we're not
was
talking
talking
cars.
about
We're talking
crypto. We were talking about
Oh, crypto. You can scrap that too. That's garbage. That's just as garbagey.
Crypto crap, as Archie would say.
That's it.
Uzi, I got to tell you something. Jay Anthony's on the stream here. Jay Anthony shares your love for the day date. Now, Jay Anthony,
Hi,
Uzi
Jerry.
has a diamond lug day date.
Wow.
What model is that, Uzi?
Oh, 118,388.
Huh. That's a pretty rare model.
What's that?
It's expensive.
Yeah, we talk about it every day.
I've actually never seen one of those in person.
It's all right. I'll buy a new one, but Lux needs to help me pick a coin so I can make some money.
I do recall the stream you want to trade in for something. What do you want? What's on the wish list with crypto being where it is?
I'm gonna keep the day date.
That's good. Ironically,
Yeah.
mine just broke. So,
What? Your day date broke? What happened?
on its way to get service. I think the mainspring snapped. It started running backwards and then froze. There was no tension on.
Fuck.
Yeah, I got the paddock back, and then that broke. That's how it goes.
Fuck. That's the
game we
gods
play.
must be crazy. The gods.
I hit a
must be
deer
crazy.
before I hit this live stream today, so I'm getting on my bad lookout.
No, that's okay. No bad luck with you with a fully paid off home and no HELOC.
This is true.
See, I've had to use sexy investments to get ahead in life. See, I need to use gearing, okay? And the reason I say that is, let me explain something to you. Do you know why credit cards and finance was invented? Do you know why it was invented?
To keep people poor.
It's to keep people who can't afford stuff to be able to get into it.
Well, in the U.S., it started in the '60s with the layaway programs at department stores. So yeah, you could.
And-
That's
Keep the economy
tell you-
moving.
Let me tell you this. The wonderful thing is you see these interest-free deals, right? Say your car breaks. We were talking about this before. You can, that's okay. I've got interest-free financing for 12 months. If you don't pay it off within the 12 months, the interest rates are often 25 to 35%.
Yeah, but Archie, just don't pay it back at all. Then you don't pay any interest. Just fuck them off. Change
You're
your
gonna hurt
name
your
by
credit,
default. Yeah, but you
You're
just
gonna
change
hurt
your
your
name.
credit.
It doesn't
gonna hurt
matter.
your
Change
credit.
your name. It doesn't matter. You change your name. That's not financial advice. This is a joke, by the way.
We got another super chat. We got Bear Clooney. Thank you, Luxy. We got Peeps, $2. Why is the rancher? Why is the rancher? The rancher is the rancher. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
So you asked a question that I never got to ask you. Would I live there in Japan? I'd move there tomorrow if my family wasn't here. Would you live there?
Shit, you would move there tomorrow?
Oh, I would be there right now. I would buy a house tomorrow.
Anthony, I'm the same. I would move there tomorrow as well.
And whereabouts are you in Australia right now, or whereabouts are you?
I'm not in Australia. I'm in Southeast Asia. I'm in Thailand.
Oh, okay. Oh, Thailand. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just got a vibe, right? I didn't explain it. It's just, I don't know. Every time I go there, I feel relaxed.
Yeah.
You would move to Japan J. Anthony.
Oh, in a heartbeat. I've actually been looking at houses there as investment properties.
Me too.
How much can you buy a house for, J. Anthony, in Japan?
Oh, some of them are dirt cheap. You can get ones within 30 minutes of Tokyo for like 85K. But I'd want something close to, it's called Daikanyama. It's over by Shibuya, which is more expensive.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's magical there to me. I know, I don't get it, but I love it. Kamakura is prone to tsunamis, so I wouldn't live in Kamakura. That Buddha, that you know where that's at, that thing got flooded from tsunamis in the past. That's ground zero for a bad storm.
Yeah, gotcha.
Are you not tempted to live in the mountains? Just live a nice, peaceful life in the mountains.
But it's so hard to get anywhere. You don't have a train line. That's the thing. You want to be on a train
line.
Get a
car. Get a truck. Get a little car.
You try parking that in Tokyo.
No, in the mountains. I literally just said the mountains, Archie.
Yeah, but you want to go into the city. Where are you going to?
Okay, you got a car. Not Tokyo City, but another little town or city. There's more cities than just Tokyo. You do realize that, right?
Of course. And Tokyo is like New York. It's New York State. It's a huge area. Tokyo City is different.
Yeah, I mean, Yokohama's right there too. I mean, everything is right there. It's just Kamakura is like 50 minutes by train from Shinjuku. I mean, everything is there. It's so accessible.
Yes, you're right.
There's an old steamship in Yokohama. I know you're a boat nerd. There, you may want to check out. I don't know if you've caught that yet. It's from the 20s.
Wow. Okay.
You still in Japan, Archie?
Yes.
How you like it?
It's lovely. Japan is lovely. Beautiful place.
I seen you eating some cheeseburgers.
Yes. Burgers and
you didn't
eat many.
Marcelo?
He's over at
Marcelo's. Yeah, he's.
Everyone's pressuring you to go see Marcelo.
No, they got sick of him. He's just a jerk. He's not a friend. You know what? I wanted to go, but I just don't feel welcome, Uzi. Don't feel welcome.
Did he say that you're not allowed to come?
Oh, he said he's not welcome anytime.
Oh, just Marcelo said that?
Yeah, Marcelo has said that many times.
He wanted $1,000 for me to go and see him. $1,000? You're gonna be joking.
The problem is, Uzi, if you want to see him say that, you can't, because he takes down every stream. So he says all of this nasty stuff and then just deletes the stream. So you can't get it unless you've seen it.
You don't have the Mookie machine.
Nah.
Fuck. It's not easy.
You got a super chat, by the way, Archie.
Super chat. Bear Clooney watches $2. Please review San Martin watches. And he sent me some pictures, I think. He sent me another. Let's have a look here. I think he sent me some pics. I'll load this up. It's not a brand I would really normally buy, to be honest with you.
I think he's been talking to Patrick too much.
Other than Japan, Anthony, what other places would you consider moving to?
I guess to start, I apologize because I don't think you and I talked directly. What's your name? What do I call you? I'm so sorry.
Lux.
Oh, you're Lux. I'm so sorry. I didn't put two and two together. Hi, Lux.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Likewise.
I love Seattle. I love the Pacific Northwest. Maybe not Seattle proper, but Pacific Northwest to me is my other happy place. The West Coast of North U.S. How about yourself?
Yeah, I like that area. Mount Rainier, around there.
Yes. Okay, you know your stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. I've traveled the world. I used to live around there. So,
where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
United Kingdom.
But so how did you end up? Thailand. He's in Thailand now.
Oh, I've been everywhere. I've been America. I've been Canada. I've been Australia. I've been New Zealand. I've been Hong Kong. I've been Japan. I've been everywhere.
Oh, China. Hong Kong. Yeah.
He's a veritable globetrotter.
So what's home to
Yeah.
you? What's your happy place?
Anywhere in Asia. Anywhere in Asia, I'm happy. It's completely different compared to the West.
Yes. Hong Kong, if it wasn't in the current political situation
Here we go.
that it
This
is.
is the San Martin watch. What do you think of this? I think it looks very much like a Tudor.
It's
Yeah.
obviously a rip-off,
It
yeah.
looks just like a Pelagos.
Well, a black bay with a blue bezel.
What's the movement in
problem
this? A
is-
knockoff with like a ETA? Or what's in these things?
I think it's a Salida, but
Salida? A real Swiss Salida for that money? That's good.
is a Salida a great movement? Is that something to be proud of?
Well, I thought these watches are a couple $100, aren't they? Or am I wrong? What do these cost?
The San Martin. I mean, what do you do with this sort of shit?
Oh, 80 never calling Saint an NH35, so it's a Seiko movement. So that would make a lot more sense if that's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Even worse. Seiko movement's actually not too bad. That's a good movement. The problem I have with them is they're just total knockoff. Total. When does it become a homage or a knockoff?
It looks like it's better quality than this Pagani design. What is it? The Pagani design crap I've seen. So that's the nicest thing I can say. And the logo is actually interesting to me. I'm with you. Why can't they just do something unique? They can clearly build quality. Why not use it for something else?
I don't know what to say. It just. Would you buy one? Anyone here on the panel would buy one? Uzi, would you buy one?
I mean, is it kind of a fake? I mean, so I bought a pimp watch to show off. That, you know, my view on a luxury watch. You want to show it off, let people know you got money. Just be like, fuck you. It's kind of like a douchebag thing. I admit it, but that doesn't do it. Why are you gonna? What the hell is that, dude? What is that?
I'm kind of with Uzi, to be honest.
Yeah, what is? That's Eddie Never Collins' watch. That's his seatbelt. That's his fucking watch. He buys these because it's helping save his life.
I like the seatbelt.
Yeah, he's on an airplane.
It's like, is that Porsche matched color or something? Like, what is that? Okay. I would buy one just to take it apart and see what's in it and do a review on it, but not to wear it. I'd be embarrassed to
you
wear
take
it.
watch apart. You're a movement person. The mechanics.
I'm not good at it, but I take all my watches apart, even Patek. I just get curious and want to see how they're put together.
Ooh.
Wow.
I've had my movement completely out of my case. Yeah, I know I'm an idiot, but whatever.
So you're a real watch guy then.
If it gives you enjoyment, there's nothing wrong with it.
You also
just
do
like-
burnouts in your BMW, don't you?
I just did one about an hour ago. Yeah, I know I like to tinker with stuff. And then I hit a deer in it, and then I had to melt the headlight bracket back together because it's plastic. It broke from the deer whacking
Yeah,
its head
that's
into.
amazing. That's living life.
It's a car. It's a watch. I can't take it with me, and I might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Super chat
Super chat. Where have you been?
on the screen.
Bear Clooney watches.
Oh, no, on the screen. You got to go in order.
Oh.
This one.
Rich Mitch, £2. What does Jay Anthony think about the gold market? Good question.
So funny enough, I had this conversation last month, and it was really serious. I was in Taiwan this time last month, and there was some friends that are legitimately worried about being invaded by China, depending on how you want to look at that. And they were asking me if they should be going and buying a bunch of gold bars because they want a currency to barter with if they get invaded, which is a thought I'm grateful I never have to worry about. My issue with gold is, unless you think your currency is about to become obsolete, it's very difficult to get rid of. So it's easy to sell, but if you're going to buy it in any real amount, like gold bullion, where are you going to stick it? You're going to put it in a bank vault? I mean, you got to find a place to put it. It's heavy. And if it's day after tomorrow, yeah, but if everything goes to shit, people aren't going to be wanting your gold bars. They're going to be wanting toilet paper and water. Like, it's not going to be the number one commodity.
I'm with you. That's why I sold all my gold. I had like 60, 70 ounces of it. I sold it all. And if I were somebody right now, I would sell all my gold too. Because it's at the all-time fucking high.
Yeah.
I tell everybody to sell their gold right now. Not financial advice, but sell your gold.
If the world ends, gold's not going to help you.
You can't eat gold.
Yeah, but if the world ends, we're fucked anyway, right? We're pretty fucked.
Well, yeah, you're gonna throw a bar of gold at somebody.
I don't think gold is. I don't know. I don't think you should think of it as if the world ends. Just think of it as a hedge against inflation, or if your currency goes to shit, or.
Yeah,
obviously, if the world
premiums
ends,
are so high. The premiums are so high to buy the damn gold that when you go to sell it, you're practically breaking even. Unless you hold it.
You haven't lost anything, right? You've not lost any money. You've held your money.
I mean, ironically, related to watches, it's so volatile. You can buy when gold watches are cheap, and they tend to go cheap randomly. You can melt watches down for less than their smelt value. It's buy ugly fashion watches from the 80s and 90s, melt them down, and take the gold value. Sorry, Lux, I cut you off. I didn't mean. I just heard you. I rambled.
No, it's okay.
We've got another super chat here. Another super chat. Bear Clooney watches $5. You don't like expensive. You don't like affordable. What the fuck do you like besides sugar-loaded coffee, fuckface? Don't like expensive. You don't like. Okay, fair point. Point taken.
He likes a deal.
Taken.
He likes mid-tier.
Mid-tier.
Instead of god tier, mid-tier.
Mid-tier.
We should make a merch, ArchieLuxury mid-tier shitters. Bang per bang per buck.
I think he's wearing his best bang per buck right now. I think you're wearing your two-tone bluesy, right, Arch? Those are such a good deal right now.
Oh, they're a fantastic watch. Two-tone bluesy. What more do you want, really? It's
apparently Breguet.
Sorry?
I said apparently you want the Breguet. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, it looks great.
The Breguet is a different sort of caliber of watch, but you know what I mean? Like the Breguet is a watch. Like I think if you had to have one watch, it'd have to be something waterproof on a metal bracelet. When I say metal, could be gold, steel, whatever. I think you need to have something. It's just so versatile.
Yes, I agree.
Bear Clooney watches $2. If the world ends, only Breguet matters.
Take it to your grave. No one else would take it, Archie.
If they're dropping bombs, I want a G-Shock on my wrist, not a Breguet.
I see. That's really quite worrying. Your friends in Taiwan are so concerned about China invading them.
Honestly, yeah, it's been weighing on me. It was rough. There's several people there that are genuinely waiting for it to happen. It's pretty rough. I told my spouse I'm not going back until another 10 years or so, and I know this is all sorted out. It's pretty intense.
Taiwan's a lovely country, but
it is beautiful.
They've got all those damn drones too. All those drones.
You know who started Taikong? It was when Chiang Kai-shek fucked off out of China. That's where Taiwan's from.
Yeah, there's a lovely memorial in Taipei. Japan used to own Taiwan too, so there's a lot of Japanese tourists in Taiwan too, which is interesting.
Taiwan is fairly cheap, right? I've heard it's fairly cheap to live.
I don't think it is for the locals. Like they pay a lot of money for their cars, just like the Australians do. But as a tourist, as an American, it's about the same price, I'd say, as Japan. And then Hong Kong to me is much more expensive. It felt very like Japan level expensive. So yeah, cheap. But not if you're a local. If you're a local, they don't pay a lot. So I think it all is expensive. Like our friends are driving a 14-year-old Toyota Camry, and they're both working professionals, and that's about their budget, what they can afford.
Oh, what, a 14-year-old Toyota Camry?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually really nice. It had wood on the steering wheel. I've never seen
one
with wood
because you and your friends insist on fully paid off, no car finance.
I have a 25-year-old car too, so I'm not whatever. I'm joking, but
Yeah, but that's a Z. That's a Z.
Yeah.
You got. Come on.
something to be said for a simple life. Assuming there's not airplanes flying overhead from a foreign country that wants to
Do you
invade
miss
you.
trading in the Corvette for the Beamer? Tell me this. I wanted to ask you that.
So the Corvette actually didn't become the BMW. The Corvette I traded in because I moved into a high rise, and each parking spot was 40 grand, and I didn't want to pay a $40,000 parking spot for it. It eventually became a Toyota Tacoma manual, and then it became a Lexus GX, but it was never a direct trade. And no, I don't miss that car at all. I miss the way it looks, and I miss the horsepower, but the interior was absolute garbage. And I say that as a huge GM fan. Like, the interior of that car is trash.
Speaking of
What
cars,
do you think of the
Archie,
Chevy Malibu?
The Chevy Malibu is nicer inside. What was that, Uzi?
no, I was speaking of cars. You know what would be an interesting stream, or like maybe a revamp on Archie's business would be. I'd like to see him getting into flipping cars, like just shitters. Like ArchieLuxury flips shitter cars.
Yes,
I mean,
why not?
Can you imagine? You could wear your bluesy. You could start selling cars. Like, that'd be awesome.
It would be very, very expensive.
When do you start?
And we start with the BMW V12. What do you think of that? Let's get the cheapest BMW V12 we can get.
The E31 8 Series is a nightmare to own. That would be a $20,000 maintenance repair situation.
I love the E31. The E31 was such a beautiful.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'm with you. It's gorgeous. If you want to buy one and let me drive it, I would love it. I don't want to maintain it. They're two separate ECUs. Yeah. It's treated as two separate engines. That was early days of computers. So that each bank of 6 cylinders has its own computer system and its own wiring harness, and it's a mess.
That's right, because it was 2.5 straight sixes put together.
Yeah. So it's like displacement on demand. And when it works, you get all 12. When it doesn't work, you get a straight 6, I guess, right? I don't know how that would work. I don't want to find out. That's all coil pack. What's your favorite
engine? Was
sorry?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you a question. Go ahead. What's your favorite?
I really like that they did a commemorative 4 Series, the 3 CSI. You know, that new one, that's the CSL in that colors. They're very, very expensive. I think that's beautiful. I think the 4 Series. I think the B58. If I was to pick a car, I think the B58, the 6-cylinder turbo, is that's a great engine. Mind you, got to realize this. None of this shit will last. How many years do you reckon, honestly, a BMW? You buy a BMW, I mean, a modern BMW. I think the best you could hope would be 10 years out of it. What do you think? If you really looked after it, 15?
Yeah, they build these things. They engineer these things to break.
100%. Uzi knows this. Uzi, you've done more. You buy what do you say when someone rings up and says, I got a BMW to sell you? What do you say?
We just talked price, Archie. We talked price. I don't care if it runs or not.
Yeah.
If I'm cheap, $400.
Jesus Christ. I tell you what, they depreciate like no tomorrow, don't they?
They turn into scrap. Yes, they all turn into scrap.
You notice with a lot of cars, they don't last as long as they used to.
I think they do. I think the engines go way longer than they used to, actually. Aren't they like 200,000 miles, 180? Like, that's higher than usual, isn't it?
But I mean, with the new, they're using 4-cylinder turbos. That's not an answer to longevity, is it?
It's more clean.
You start skipping oil and filter changes on that, Jay Anthony, you're asking for trouble, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. There's a teardown channel that I watch on YouTube, and they look at.
Oh yes, I love that. He tears down the motors.
Yeah, and almost all of them are deferred oil maintenance failures. Yes.
Nobody builds engines. No one builds the engines anymore. That's crazy. That's like a dying trade.
It is like that famous shop in Utah that still does it, but you're right, most don't.
Yeah, nobody does it. They just put a
Yep.
junction motor and that's it.
Yep.
And I could do that. I could swap a fucking engine. I've done it. It doesn't take much skill, but to rebuild it, that's skill.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
what do you think? Those modern BMW engines, are they meant to be teared down, Jay Anthony?
Somebody told me, and I'm trying to remember who the heck it was, that an engineer at BMW said that new BMWs are basically engineered to last 7 years without a major failure.
Yes.
So they
I
don't.
said
They don't.
that.
Yeah, okay, then thank you. I said listen to you. I should have attributed it to you.
Actually, I've got a friend of mine who's a doctor. He's got a doctor of engineering. He works at BMW. And he said, basically, they're engineered to have a catastrophic. When I say catastrophic, that means something expensive. He said, you keep throwing money at it. He said, any car will go forever. But he said, basically, it's the cost effectiveness of it. And they're made from showroom to scrapyard is in Germany and in Europe is about 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't
And
you see,
think about,
you know what I don't
Right.
understand, Jay Anthony, is why can't one car maker say, you know what, we're going to make a car that's supposed to last 20 years?
I'll say 12 years, Archie. You're a little off. It's about 12 years because I don't get too many 2015s. I get some 2012. I'm getting 2012s now. So.
12 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
12 years.
that's nothing.
Fuck. That's probably true, isn't it? You know, the Honda Civic. I've got a Honda Civic, right? It's got the boring. It's a 2013. That car is probably one of the most indestructible cars on the planet.
You should keep that and sell your BMW. Sell it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out of the BMW, to be honest with you.
BMW, you have to. That's financial. Oh, I can't do that. Fuck.
Go find a good E46. Any engine doesn't matter that's been well maintained, and you'll be better off long term regardless.
I like the E46s. They're a great car.
They're reliable. They drive really nice. They don't have any technology to date them.
Yeah.
All these new cars, they're already. I mean, even a car from 6 years ago, it doesn't have the latest Apple CarPlay and all this other shit. Nobody wants to save these cars, even if they are reliable. They're like, it's like, who wants to use a?
Hey, 6 years ago, we're talking fucking N20 BMW 4-cylinder engines. They were garbage.
They were pure shit. Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I go back to
even Mike would agree with me. They had the N55. That was a that was not a great engine with the turbo. That they were problematic. They get a lot of performance. They're amazing, but they're not longevity.
Those are great compared to the 63s and the V8s, the twin turbo V8s BMW put out. Those things are absolute garbage.
Yes.
Anything 50i.
Do you ever watch that guy, Exotic Car Place? Canadian guy?
Yeah, he kind of annoys me, but yeah, I've been watching him since.
Why does he annoy you?
He tends to repeat himself constantly every other video, and he just says kind of like generic high-level facts. The thing I respect about him is he goes to the dealership and sees us in the service bay. So I'll give him credit for that. But some of it's just like he did a quick Google search. He's like, this is a fact. And I'm like, okay, maybe. But he does go to the dealers, which I appreciate. It's not pretty sound there.
Who's that?
Like it's Christmas.
I think it's Archie
Yeah.
on the phone. Man, I'm just looking at the Uzi. I've just been looking at old pictures of mine, right? I was looking at Bitcoin price 10 years ago. I took a screenshot 10 years ago, okay, at a crazy event. This will make you cry. I don't know how far you go in the crypto or Bitcoin industry, but have a look at this. I took this screenshot on my computer 10 years ago. Bitcoin dropped all the way down to $100, $102.
Damn.
And then within 30 minutes, it went from $600 down to $100, and then back up to $600. Crazy, right?
That's wild. Yeah. Wonder what happened there.
Just manipulation, stuff like that. Flash crash. This happened all the time back in the days. And here's the date, 10th of February, 2014. I used to get free Bitcoin from something called Facets. Have you ever heard Bitcoin Facets or Faucets? Bitcoin
I don't know what
Faucets?
that is. I don't know what that is. No.
So back in the day when Bitcoin first came out and no one either heard of it, no one was ever interested in it, no one gave a shit, they used to give out free Bitcoin in exchange for doing surveys or clicking Google ads. So the people with the Google ads, they would get the money from Google in cash and give you guys as a customer Bitcoin, like a tiny percentage of a Bitcoin.
I heard about Bitcoin in 2012. That's when I heard about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I bought a few of them. I bought the altcoins to try to catch the jump because they go higher than Bitcoin. Well, percentage wise, I like money. I like the money.
I reckon Mike the Snake's a Bitcoin millionaire.
Mike is.
I wish.
I think so.
I bought into cryptocurrency. I had Ethereum and a few others, and Bitcoin, about 7,500 total, and it just dropped like the day after I bought it from like 55 down to like 28 or something, and then it was like you say a roller coaster ride, and
you couldn't handle it.
When I got to where I lost half of my income, half of what I put into it, I just went ahead and pulled out. My friend right now is, he bought a bunch of coins when they were like 15,000 each. He had like 4 or 8 full Bitcoins, and he was jumping for joy because during that first initial jump, when everybody got real rich real quick, and then there's the bubble and the crash, and then the just wait, and now it seems like it's exploding up high, right?
Yeah, Archie, back in the day when I was making crazy money on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, this is some old pictures. This was my month's salary. I just threw it all over the bed. Wow. So I bought some gold, and I got all the 20 Thai bahts and 1,000. I just put it all over the bed.
How much money is that, Lux? I can't read that.
Probably about 6,000 US dollars back in the days.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. I just show it because it's kind of hilarious. People think I'm a nobody. I've done nothing in my life. I just sit in the corner, and people have no idea what I've done in my life. Just because I don't show it, I don't show it and brag about it, doesn't mean anything.
True wealth whispers, right?
Exactly.
Not me.
If you give me that plastic, I'll put it.
And this was the days before live streaming. This is the days where you had to actually make real content and real videos.
I never met Archie's wife.
Huh?
I never met Archie's wife.
Yeah, no, that's right, Uzi.
I never met her.
I don't tend to put my family on my show anymore because
just put her on. I want to say hi.
No, I'm not doing that, Uzi.
Whatever.
She doesn't like. She doesn't. It's like it's just the streaming. I choose to do streaming, but
she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't
want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Fine.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's a very tricky thing. I'll show you some of these. Look at these mini croissants. Do you want to see the mini? They're only small, but they're absolutely scrumptious. Scrumptious so much. So much. And they're expensive. That's the only problem. They're expensive. Look at that. Look at that. This is probably the best croissant in the world.
Full screen.
Full screen.
Oh, dude, that looks good.
I'm guessing that didn't come from Lawson Family Mart or 7-Eleven. Where'd you get it?
It's a custom bakery.
In Kamakura?
Yeah, it's a little bakery in a house.
We're gonna do a 90-day challenge. We're gonna do a 90-day challenge. You and I, Arch. Come on, let's get in shape. Come on.
Kabia. Okay.
Little Cat Bakery, it's called. Delicious. These are only small. These don't hurt.
Enjoy.
That could be carrots and celery.
Could be.
You're in shape, Uzi. You're always in shape.
No, not really. There's room for improvement. We can do a 90-day challenge. Come on, let's get it.
Life's
Get
too
down and
short.
give me 20, big boy.
What's that?
Where'd he go? Arch,
Life's too short to do challenges, don't you think?
no, we need
10.
10 push-ups. Dude, give us 10
Oh,
push-ups.
I would love to see that. I would
Come
love
on,
that.
dude.
Archie, how much to do 10 push-ups or try and do 10 push-ups?
Nah,
Come on, dude.
it's not my thing.
You're only 50 years old. You can do 10 push-ups. Come on.
Yeah, I don't feel like it.
Bear Clooney watches $2 Australian. Stop eating. Stop eating. Check WhatsApp and discuss.
Oh, he sent me something on WhatsApp. Oh, what's he say? Oh, this is the two new releases for Vegas F1 event. Just hang on. Just hang on.
We're hanging on.
Just downloading as we speak. Holy shit, they got a new tutor. These are fucking exciting stuff. Let's have a look at this here. This is the tutor. Tell me what you think of this. This is sexy as fuck. Look at this. This is the new tutor. What do you think of that?
It's like a little kid's watch. It's terrible. That's
I'm
not
confused.
You think if I'm wearing that watch, people are gonna think I have money? Fuck no. They're gonna think I'm
What?
like,
Yeah, it looks really tacky.
Holy
Looks really
shit.
cheap.
But does that matter to you? Do you want people to
Yes.
think you got money?
Yes. Why do you think I have a luxury watch?
For yourself.
No, to flex on these motherfuckers, dude. Flex.
Do you think women get breast implants for themselves, Archie?
1 minute.
1 minute. I don't like the Tag Heuer Monaco. I've never liked it.
That looks like the metaverse. That watch looks like the metaverse, dude.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, they're both very on point with Vegas, which is not tasteful. The tutor, what the hell is the tutor even supposed to be? It's like snow? I don't even understand it.
I think they're trying to be hype, kind of, a bit for the kids, but it looks shit. Throw a bit of color on there, splash a bit of paint, and now it's suddenly, a bit hype-ish. Yeah, I don't like it. Put some neon colors. It shows desperation to me. When brands do this, it just shows desperation.
Yeah, what's this? What's this case? Is this like coated like stainless, or is this like a composite? I can't even tell.
I think it's PVD. Yeah. What's it called? The black coating.
Yeah. So is it going to flake off in 10 years?
Looks like a fucking NFT.
PVD coating, right?
It doesn't. Yeah, it kind of looks like a exactly made up image.
Yes, an NFT.
I love this watch, don't you? Don't you love it?
No, it looks like
No.
shit.
Love's not the
Vegas,
word.
Vegas.
It also doesn't even
I mean,
look anything like Vegas. Behind the scenes either. What is this? Like this looks like AI made up art.
Looks like a fucking Veed video.
I don't get it.
I love the pink. The pink.
Have you been to Vegas, Archie? That's a good city for you.
Yeah, I went to Vegas. Yes, on my first tour.
Where'd you stay?
The Wynn.
Okay, all right.
That
Good.
was expensive. You know that?
I would hope so. It used to be the Desert Inn. It has its own golf course. It's a expensive
Howard
area.
Hughes used to stay there. You know that? Yeah,
Yes,
Howard
he
Hughes
did.
used to stay there.
You remember the story? They tried to kick him out, so he bought the hotel.
Yes.
He took the whole top
He was
floor.
quite
and they
advanced
tried to
for
kick
his
him out.
time. Do you think he was insane?
I know he had severe OCD. I don't know. Yeah, he bought up a bunch of hotels all at once. He was the #1 employer in Las Vegas for a long time. That's what Diamonds Are Forever was kind of based on him.
Archie, you had 80 never calling in the chat, and you just let him fucking go because you weren't paying him no attention. No, he's gone. He left.
I didn't notice. You should have
He's
told
high
me.
value. He's high value.
Everybody's high value.
No, they're not. They suck.
Sometimes I check. Sometimes I'm loading things up. What can you do?
You can only try your best.
This is how I lost JJ. JJ was upset. He was on the panel. I didn't say hello to him quick enough.
Shit.
That's how I lost JJ.
Gotta wait your turn sometimes.
At a deeper moment. I was just in the middle of doing something. It was loading up, and he didn't think I appreciated him coming on, and he left. Never came back.
So what do you think about these watches that you've received, Archie?
Love them. I think they're beautiful.
What do you like
that
about
Monaco. I like that Monaco. It is just, if you're a Monaco collector, you'd have to have this in your collection, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but there's like 500 different Monaco versions, right?
Not that many. It's a beautiful watch, how it's done. It's unique. I'm thinking about concentrating on one. You know, some people just collect Monacos. That's all they collect, Monacos. That's it.
I'm going to do the same. You know what I'm going to concentrate on? Universal Geneve or Universal Genève.
Yes,
I'm going to jump on that gravy train and become a Universal Genève flipper.
Flipper, yeah.
You're gonna buy all the power routers, huh?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
Corner that market.
Yes,
Micro.
exactly.
Yes. Great idea.
Seriously, I reckon I'm going to do that.
I don't mind this watch. Uzi, you don't like it? Not at all.
It looks like an NFT.
Yeah. Bear Clooney, I get all my financial advice on this stream. Thank you, Bear Clooney Watches. We got a good panel here. Don't you see that? Good panel. Got nice.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, we're just talking. It's a watch stream, so you don't have to. Yeah, you got to pull up some more watches.
You got a super chat from Rich Mitch.
Rich Mitch, £2. Lux, what are you getting? What are you doing getting pole routers, Rich Mitch? He just sold one.
Yeah, Rich Mitch did. Yeah, I know. He's the person that got into
He made a lot of money. He did okay out of it.
I know. That's when I saw that how much money he made, I'm like, oh, I need to look into this. And then I searched that it was hot shit right now, and it's really, really kicking off. And there's a lot of articles going around saying that Universal Genève is going to be on par with Rolex and Patek Philippe in 2026 when they start releasing their new watches. Hey, I don't care. It's builds hype, and if you look on the eBay listings, they've all got hundreds of bids. They're all really going crazy at the moment. So why not join in on that hype?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make a challenge for myself, Archie. I'm gonna turn £2,000-3,000 into £100,000 by flipping Universal Genève, working my way up.
Pull up some Bitcoin charts. Not Bitcoin. Pull up some crypto charts.
Why?
Pull up Coinbase.
Why? Why do you need Coinbase?
Because I'm on the stream right now and I can't go on my phone because I'll
bring up
knock myself
CoinMarketCap.
out.
CoinMarketCap, is that okay?
Yeah, dude. I want to see it. I'm obsessed.
I'll show you CoinMarketCap.
Coinbase.
CoinMarketCap.
I don't know what that is.
What do you mean you don't know? You're in the fucking crypto world. You don't know what a fucking CoinMarketCap is?
Let me see.
It literally tells you the
Okay, yeah.
the-
I'm zoomed in.
every
I'm zoomed
fucking
in.
coin.
What we got here? Doge. Hold on. Mad. Trending coins. Ego.
This is the market cap for every coin, and the biggest market cap, obviously, is Bitcoin.
Keep going.
If you want to see the percentage rise in the last hour, the highest percentage rise in the last hour is Celestia, and it's gone up 4% in 1 hour. If you want to look at 24 hours, the highest rise in 24 hours is 35% Polkadot.
Hold on, stay right there. Polkadot.
If you want to see the biggest rise in 7 days, 150% with Stellar.
I have that. I have some of that. I made 10K off that in 2 days, dude.
If you want to talk about it, send me an email. I'll put my email address in the private chat.
Okay. I'm trying to find the one I just bought. I can't see it on there. Fuck.
Yeah, just tell me which one it is, and I'll search it.
I forget which one it is, dude. I forget.
You forgot what you invested in?
Yeah, I spent like 15 grand on it.
Jesus, how much money do you have?
I put 15 G's in it. Where's it at? I don't see it. Fuck.
Doge?
No.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
I got to be honest with you, Uzi. Do you mind if I ask you something personal?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're worth about $10 million, aren't you? Uzi, where's he going?
Great way to lose panelists, Arch.
Fucking hell. I was just going to ask him, would he get a Richard Mille for himself?
Rich Mitch. Lux stole my Universal Genève leads. Oh, shit. Sorry, Rich Mitch.
We lost our other good friend, Jay Anthony. I think he's had
I think there might have been a glitch.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure they'll come.
Sorry, had to run to dinner. Great chatting all. Lux, Arch, and enjoy Japan. It's good for you. Thank you. Very cool stuff.
You got super chats. Little Dave, $2 US. I'm the cunt that doesn't pay. Ooh, shit. We don't think Little Dave's a cunt.
I love Little Dave.
Have you said anything bad about Little Dave?
No.
Okay, good. Are you sure?
I didn't say anything bad about Little. I think it's a comment someone Curly said Little Dave's a cunt.
Oh no, we love Little Dave. Thank you, Little Dave, for the kind support. You got Rich Mitch, £2 British. Crypto's a shitter. It sure is. Crypto crap.
Crypto's a shitter. Yesterday, let me tell you, Lux, I was so fucking tired on the stream. I got called out. Let me tell you what happened, guys. It was 8:40, but I did the stream yesterday, and literally, when I finished the stream, I literally was out the door on a train, went to this mountain, went for a mountain walk, Went to a temple. Went to the big Buddha. That's the Buddha that our friend was telling us. Jay Anthony mentioned. And then I went for that restaurant. And I came back. I had a couple beers, and then I went on the stream, and I was just exhausted. So, apologies if I upset. I didn't think. Did I say anything wrong, Luxy?
I don't think so. I think
I was just exhausted. But I wanted
you got
to come on.
super chats. You got super chats. Bear Clooney watches $2 Aussie. Check WhatsApp. Play the video and discuss. Thank you, Bear.
Thank you, Bear. We got a WhatsApp. Let's have a look here. Oh, downloading it now. Oh, I'm going to run that. Okay, just hang on. The new Seamasters. This is new Seamasters. I'm going to share this because it's a link. So hopefully this won't be too slow. Sharing it now. Here we go.
Yeah, it's new Seamaster Day. There are two new versions of the Seamaster 300M, and they're both, as the press release admits, heavily influenced by the No Time to Die. That means domed sapphire glass. That means aluminium bezels and aluminium dials, and it means a new mesh bracelet for the standard collection that is exactly the same as the No Time to Die. There are two versions, as I mentioned, aluminium wave cut dial, which sucks in the light, doesn't have that super reflective ceramic dial of the previous version, and a nice aluminium bezel, which gives it a much more vintage look. My favorite, this monochrome Ghost version has a stainless steel vertically brushed dial, which to me brings up the Railmaster, as well as a grade 5 titanium bezel. Pricing is $5,900 on rubber, $6,500 USD on mesh. Which one are you choosing? Hallelujah, it's new Seamaster Day. There are two new.
There we go. What do you think of that? Hallelujah, it's new Seamaster Day. What did you think?
I'm not too keen. Not too keen.
Yeah, I don't know why hallelujah. I think they're just cashing in. They're doing simple tweaks. They're just changing colors and things like that.
Same as the Tag Heuer. It's exactly the same. Monaco, right? Just
well, it doesn't cost much to change colors, does it?
Yeah. Throw a few colors around, rinse and repeat.
Exactly.
It's like Rolex, right? Change the bezel color, everyone goes crazy, and then next season do the same.
That's it. That's exactly it, Lux. It's kind of boring, isn't it, hey?
It sure is. It sure is.
We got a super chat, little Dave. $2. Uzi, the wealthiest junk man I ever met.
Hey, he's a smart guy. I wouldn't mind being the wealthiest junk man in America, wouldn't you?
Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of money in junk.
There is. I used to flip second-hand bikinis.
Second-hand bikinis.
I actually did. Dude, you should see the stain marks on those fucking things. Oh, my God. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest.
We got another super chat. JD, ARS 50.
2 cents?
I missed the last hour of the show, but I was glad I did. Thank you. Oh, I saw Beach Ball. I was glad I did. Thank you. Well, thank you for your 3 cents. Thank you for the 3 cents.
Let me check. What is it? ARS. 50 ARS into AUD. Oh shit, Archie. The Argentinian peso has gone to crap. It's actually not what you think it is. It is, have a look at this, Archie. 0.07 of a cent.
Oh, 7 cents.
Oh, no, 7 cents. Sorry. Yeah, actually, it's better. 7 cents.
Yeah, 7 cents.
Australian.
Yeah.
Fuck, what am I talking about?
Thank you. That's not bad at all. That's a slight
Or in US dollars, 5 cents.
And we got another super chat from our good friend Bear Clooney. What got your attention in latest watch news? I got to say, I like that Tag Heuer, the Monaco. That looks quite cool. What do you think?
I'm not too keen. I'm not too keen. We got T-Dubs joining us.
T-Dubs.
Oh,
Hey,
hello
Dubs,
to the
how are you?
T-Dubs.
I don't get him.
Oh.
Do you understand T-Dubs?
I don't know. He dropped out.
Mm.
What do you think about like fashion brands getting into the watch world, like Hermes?
Well, Hermes has a long history of watches. They've actually done watches for a long time.
Have you ever had one?
No. I almost bought one for my wife, but yeah, no, I didn't actually do that.
What stopped you? Just thinking about it. You
It was secondhand and it was a bit expensive. They wouldn't negotiate. I had a little bit.
Was it the lock watch? The watch that looked like a lock?
And it had a bit of brassing. That's where the gold plating is coming off. And I thought, oh fuck, it was still expensive for what it was.
Yeah, those have gone down in price. Like they've gone down in price big time.
Yes.
Shit, some of these Hermes watches are fucking cheap on Chrono. $1,000.
Yeah, but they're kind of fashion watches.
Okay, fair enough.
They're not really that. They've made them for a long time.
But those lock watches are very famous, aren't they?
Oh yes, that's kind of their kind of iconic model.
This one, right?
Yes.
Look how cheap they are now. $700.
Exactly, $700. Yeah. See, that was actually one of them I was looking at, and it's kind of they get a bit ratty. You think,
Yeah.
You know, it gets the brassing.
I don't think it ages very well. I think it's back in the day. This was hot shit, but now
and
it's
they wanted a lot of fucking money for this stuff. It's
Oh, what about this?
Just a video I'm downloading.
An Hermes World Time pocket watch. That's pretty funky. $1,000.
Yeah, that's actually very similar to the Rolex.
And it's got a ton of cities: Melbourne, Sydney, Guam.
Yes.
On the same time zone. Adelaide, Tokyo, Seoul, and the spelling Tokyo, Tokio. I don't see Brisbane. Where's Brisbane? No, Brisbane.
Brisbane.
It's got
normally
Sydney.
we're the same as Sydney.
It's got Sydney.
Except when they got daylight saving. Look at that, Hong Kong, Peking, Manila. No mention of Beijing. They have Beijing now.
Peking duck. Hong Kong, Peking, and Manila.
They got Singapore, Bangkok, Saigon. Interesting. Rangoon. Those are places, hey?
Calcutta. I've been to Calcutta, but the name has changed. It used to be called Calcutta. Now it's called Kolkata.
Yes.
The name has changed. I used to stay there.
Oh, we got a super chat from Uzi's just come in. Uzi trading $5. I'll buy a full gold Guinness in a few months if I make it big. This altcoin season bull run. Interesting.
Good luck, Uzi. Good luck.
I wish I had enough to even invest or make a play, but But
Can't you sell one of the paintings or something? Some antiques or something?
oh no, I don't.
We got
It's just
JD
going
joining
that
us.
much.
JD, are you out and about? What's happening?
No, I'm not walking. It's too hot. Too hot to be walking around. It's a bit,
How hot is hot, JD?
31-ish.
Oh, that's not that hot.
Well, for you, you big sweaty mess.
Yeah.
But here, no, it's too much.
I find it hilarious, JD, that someone calls me a sweaty mess. And it's like, dude, it's 40 fucking degrees Celsius. Wouldn't you be sweating if it was 40 degrees?
Yeah,
Jesus.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, fuck me dead.
Fair enough. Let me see if I can just get my headphones right. Just on that Monaco, I tried that on the other day.
Oh, the Vegas one?
Yeah, they brought it out like it was a big thing. Like,
Ladies and
we're
gentlemen,
going to show you something
watch it.
really special, Mr. Clooney.
Hey guys, how are you?
Fantastic. What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? What's going on in the watch world, boys?
What's happening in the watch world is that we're getting a lot of recycling, Bear. Recycling. Pump and dump.
Pumps and dumps, eh?
Pump and dump.
Watch. I bought a new watch. Watch. Yes.
Exciting.
Can we do a poll? So we can guess which watch did I buy?
Sure, I can run that.
If you don't mind, I would appreciate it.
Put Breguet down there because I.
No. I did not buy Breguet. I'll give you the options. Rolex.
Yes.
Just hang on. Let me get the poll going. What watch did Bear just buy? Okay, we got Rolex.
IWC.
Yeah.
Cartier.
Yeah.
Tag Heuer.
Okay.
That's it. One of
The
those.
poll is going. It'd have to be Cartier.
I don't know, man. We'll see what the punters think.
I'm choosing Rolex.
We'll see what happens at the end, right? You have a super chat from Rich Mitch.
Rich Mitch, £2. JD, thank God. Tell Archie which Grand Seiko to try in Japan.
I'd go with one that Rich Mitch has been talking about recently, and I've tried on. I think it's the one to have a go on, and that's the Altera Valley, which is a spring drive SLGA 025, 9 series movement. I think that's definitely worth seeing. There's no dial like that. But again, I might be attacked. Just be wary that if you buy, not that you're going to, because you'd only buy Grand Seiko on the secondary market, but buying anything there, that warranty isn't transferable outside of Japan.
Fuck.
Just a thing to be aware of. But yeah, that Tag Heuer, that Monaco, that F1, I did try that on. Again, I don't have the wrist for it. I do like the Monaco. I like the idea of the Monaco. Is it worth like the Caliber 11? Is that the only one to get, or does it really matter? I like the one that has that golf livery, the golf stripe. I think that's pretty cool, but it's a bit, I don't know. Locked up.
Interesting point.
Taxes.
How have you been, JD? We had some.
Yeah, good. Just working, doing my thing. Nothing much to report. I enjoyed that car show that briefly showed you at the end of the last show. That was really good. With that vintage from 1989. That was stunning. I mean, it was definitely the car of the time. You think of the 80s, like so many of my mates at the time would have had that Lamborghini Countach picture on their wall I had it up there for many years. I remember I had it laminated, looked at it every day. And this actually see one in front of me was fantastic. That red one is killer. It does the rounds in Australia quite a bit. It turns up in a lot of these car shows, but that was stunning. And that was the one outside of any other car that everyone was just gobsmacked. It was like right at the entranceway of the car show, and all the kids they all gravitate towards that car. It's so crazy looking. I tried on that one as well on the screen right there at Monaco.
This is a
Maybe that's what I
image
bought.
that-
That's my hand and the watch in my hand.
Oh, that's fantastic there. That's the exact one I tried on because I was like, I love the look of that. Show me this one. I took a photo of it. That's
It's
killer.
a caliber 12, but isn't it? It's a caliber 12.
Archie, check the other
Salita
video I
movement.
sent you. Check the other video I sent you.
Yes. Phew.
I love it. I think it's so cool. You got great taste, Bear, with these things. I love that.
Thank you, Jay.
Skipper, it's cool.
Thank you.
It's cool stuff.
Bear loves cool watches, doesn't he?
Cool watches. I love cool watches and cool fuckers.
Cool fuckers.
Like you,
Bear is
Archie.
the
You're a
coolest.
cool fucker.
You are the coolest fucker I know, Bear.
What?
Oh, this is another one I love.
What do you think, Mikey?
Didn't
I
hear
love
his
it. I love
voice
the
as the
dial.
dog barked at him. I love
That's
that.
the blue. That's not the green, Bear, is it? Look at that. Blue,
The
Bear.
green?
Blue.
No, that's the
green.
aqua green, Archie. That's aqua green.
green.
It's the one that Luxury had that I showed on screen
Yes.
last time I was in there. It's the same one. I love that. I think
Very
that's excellent.
Gentra-esque, isn't it?
Yes. Intricate dial. Genta-esque. It's very cool. Both of those I would love. In fact, I'm not blowing smoke up the arse, but if there was two new watches I'd get, it'd be both of those that you just showed. Out of everything else, they're the ones that I've looked at that I've gone, oh, I'd be tempted by them.
You never know, if I show the Rolex, maybe it is a Rolex then. I'm scared to show any more watches.
So far, so good from my end. Archie, what are you doing? You're writing things down. There's
I'm
the
just
guest of all
I'm just
guests.
taking a bet. I'm taking a bet as
Okay.
what watches you got. I can tell you what I think. I'm thinking Rolex. It'd have to be Rolex.
You think
Bear
so,
only
eh?
buys Rolex. Yeah.
Well, if there is a Rolex available, Bear buys Rolex. Absolutely, you're right about that.
It's good stuff.
If you have to pick between these two, Archie, the Tag Heuer
Yes.
and IWC Engineer, they're about the same price and about the
I take
same
the
discount.
IWC. I take the IWC.
You take the
Because I already
IWC.
I got too many chronographs. I've got too many chronographs.
I see. I understand.
What do you think? No?
No, sometimes people just collect a specific type of watch. I mean, I don't really apply any rules, right?
But you want to
You
have a
collect-
balanced collection. It's got to be balanced, Bear.
Yeah, you're right, Archie, but I don't have a collection. I'm all over the place, so I don't really know how to give advice on that, to be honest.
I'd be partial to the IWC Engineer over the Monaco, but that's just because, again, I've got delicate little Tinmoso wrists. I couldn't pull it off, but that IWC,
Tell me this,
that integrated
JD,
bracelet
if
would
you had to pay retail
fit
for one
good.
of these fucking things, which one would it be?
It'd be at the boutique that would have Rolex, so I'd be building up a credit history with them.
Of course.
But I wouldn't. Yeah, so if that were the case,
How many-
then you'd do it. But
What would
I
you buy?
wouldn't.
If you had to buy this at retail, we had to do it.
Yeah,
You know, let me ask you something. Would you rather buy a watch at retail at the boutique or put your car through a car wash? Or,
I don't do
Bear,
either.
pick a punishment, Bear. Buy one of these two at the boutique for retail.
Okay.
Put my BMW through a car wash.
I don't have a
Or-
BMW, so I don't really care.
Or rent my BMW out on a weekend on eToro.
I don't really
What's the
care
worst
to rent either.
What is the worst punishment? They all cost you money.
You're
What's
gonna
the
lose.
worst?
You're gonna lose less money on IWC. Engineer, you're gonna lose a little less money on that one.
You reckon?
Yeah, you're gonna lose more on Tag Heuer, but I think that Tag Heuer is really fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
Definitely. I agree with that. It's awesome. But the IWC, those engineers are starting to be more and more on the secondary market, but they're still. The problem is the retail price to begin with was so high to begin with. Other than that, I think it's a fantastic watch. I love it.
Cousin Angelic is asking Archie.
Yes, sir.
He notices and he says, "Why the weird screw stud pattern on IWC?" Can you respond?
Oh, that's just the hallmark Gerald Gentry design. IWC.
Porthole stuff, isn't it? But they're not aligned.
Yeah, it's very much that Gerald Gentry design. AP, the Paddock, Nautilus. It's just very, very 70s funk, man. Like the Cartier Santos had exposed screws. This is just part of that fashion directive.
How big
Now, when
is
it comes to Cartier, obviously I was looking at the Santos Dual Time, and when it comes to Rolex, I'm not going to disclose what I looked at, but those are one of those four brands ended up with me this week.
Wow. One of those four brands ended up with you this week.
Correct.
Fuck, you can't have bought the tag. Even you're not that fucking stupid.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, whoa! Fuck me, Dad.
It's harsh.
Wow, that was fucking just straight boom, bam, done. Fuck me, Dad. Even I am not that stupid. Fuck. Archie. So if I did, what would you say?
Oh, fuck, retail, Bear. How are you going to get out of this fucking thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Enjoy it. You live once, you enjoy it.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm a big fan of Tag Heuer. I think they're doing amazing things lately. I really do. Now, when it comes to the Omega, that new Seamaster 300, the Ghost one, the Ghost is really cool looking.
Ghost is cool. I agree with that.
Did you see the peak at James Bond's wrist? I sent you a picture. The watch that has not been officially announced yet, Archie. It's in your WhatsApp.
Yes, I got it.
Bring it up. Tell me what you think.
Oh,
Bronze
actually,
gold.
Bear, I got to tell you the truth. I absolutely love this watch. I got to tell you something. We discussed this the other day on our stream.
Oh, my
And I
apologies.
hated it.
Didn't watch. Yeah. You didn't like it?
No. I hated it. I was saying what shit value it is, the usual stuff, right?
Right.
And then once I saw it, I thought, fuck. I tell you what I love.
Tell me.
Shark mesh bracelet.
In bronze gold.
I love the burgundy bezel and dial.
Dark burgundy, like a wine burgundy, yeah.
And I also love, it's not a shiny polished gold, it's a matte bronzy gold.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I don't like about this is so fucking, it's going to be fucking expensive. You know what I mean? Like Omega is out of their they're on crack cocaine with their
Yeah,
pricings.
I agree. Well, you notice that I'll be honest with you. My friend, my AD guy, has offered to me a wonderful discount on anything I pick all across, right? Except Rolex, obviously. And I didn't even look at the Omega. I simply, even with a significant discount, Omega is so overpriced that, I mean, you know what I was considering, Archie? I
Yes.
was considering the Apollo 8, the new one with the rocket
Rocket,
on
cool.
a subdial. Do you know which one do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yes.
The yellow.
Yes.
or
I know what you're
yellow.
saying.
And that motherfucking thing is 19,000 retail in Canadian dollars. So it's probably about 23, 24
That's
Aussies.
right.
And I gotta be honest with you, that's fucking ridiculous. I remember when the other one, the previous version, you could pick it up on the secondary market for like a 10K, man.
Wow. Secondary market for 10K.
Got a
You
rocket
know what
on it,
makes
though.
me sick about this is the fact that Omega thinks they can just keep putting prices up and up and up and people will keep buying their shit because it just doesn't work that way, Bear. The watch market, I tell you now, it's kind of fucked, Bear. They got to be more realistic. And you remember they released the Speedmaster in green, the Moonshine. They released all this stuff.
Right.
That stuff is very soft now. It's very soft.
Right.
But they've continued to put the prices up. They keep putting prices up. And what do you think of this bronze 9-carat gold? I mean, it's not 18, is it? What the fuck is this, Bear? Is it
I'm
a
okay with
luxury
that.
metal?
I'm okay for the purpose of the watch. I like the watch. I like it a lot, actually. And if that's going to make it more attainable, I'm all for it. I also like the color. I like the color of the watch. I honestly think that this color of the gold really goes well with that color of the bezel and dial. It just looks perfectly aesthetically. Like I like that. I like that it's a no date as well. These all three new Seamasters 300M are all no date, which I kind of appreciate. The only thing I wish kind of they get fucking rid of this fucking helium valve. I don't know, it bothers me a little bit.
No, that's always had it, Bear. It can't.
Okay, I guess.
That's the telltale sign.
It's its beauty spot, isn't it?
I
guess,
wish.
yeah, I guess like a when you have a Cyclope on a fucking Rolex, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
this sort of
kind
iconic,
of,
unique
but
thing.
10
You
times
don't like
more.
it, though. Does that patina, that bronze in that at all, or it doesn't? There's my little... Oh,
You mean full patina? I think it's a bit creamy. Yeah, I think there's an element of full patina here.
that sharpness bracelet, does that fit? They say it fits weirdly. It tucks underneath if you got smaller wrists. It doesn't.
The other thing is, does it have? Can you add links? Is it like the Breitling system? You can add links to it. You know,
I'm not
Breitling.
familiar with this. I'm not familiar with this one. To be honest with you, I don't know how.
Shark mesh on the Breitlings, you can add links to it. They screw in, screw out.
Yeah, the bottom. Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have the micro adjustments, but
no, I don't think this one has either. Archie, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm only looking at the aesthetics as is, as presented here.
Bear, have you tried on the new first Omega in space? Have you tried that one on?
I haven't seen it in person yet.
Oh, it's have to do that,
It's
particularly just for the
people say
Hesselite
it's really
style.
much nicer in person,
Oh, it's
and that
so
pictures don't
nice.
do the justice, eh?
It's so nice. It's so nice. The bracelet, the case, the sapphire crystal that has that distortion on the corner that Hesselite does, but it's not
Oh, I like
Hesselite.
that.
It's so nice. It's definitely worth having a
And
look
the
at.
color of the dial, right? The color of the
Oh,
dial.
yeah. No, I love it. That's for me, the Amiga to get right now is the first Amiga in space, 100%.
Awesome.
I've always liked the first Amiga in space. Has always been a very that uses a 19mm bracelet, doesn't it?
I don't know the new one. I know that the original
same
one
as
was
the
a
egg white.
19mm strap, and I never liked the idea that they never put the first one on the bracelet. So I'm really happy that they put the new one on the bracelet. I think it just should be on the bracelet. The strap should be an option.
Yes. It's I got to be totally honest with you, Bear. Amiga itself, they sometimes lose themselves. They bring out too much stuff too quickly. Too much stuff. And how many Amigas do you really need in a collection? Like I've got a Speedmaster, same as JD. JD's got a Speedy. How many more do you want? How many more do
Speedy and
you
a
want,
Seamaster.
JD?
Actually, the Speedies, regular Speedies, are their best sellers by far.
But me and JD, we don't want to buy another one. We've got one. That's enough. Would you buy
Basically,
another
what
one,
you're
JD?
saying, one Omega is
I've got
enough in a
two.
collection.
I've got a Speedmaster and a Seamaster there.
Yeah, but you'd only
Well,
buy one
those are
Speedy,
the
wouldn't you?
two most classic are Seamaster
Yeah.
and Speedmaster.
Yeah. That's 2017. Flat
He's got
dial.
it on a Mr. Fabulous bracelets. Mr.
Yeah, I got
Fabulous
it
rubber strap.
at his garage sale. Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Doc,
how are you,
Doc?
Doc? It must be time to wrap up. Doc's jumping on.
Yes, that's what that means.
I didn't think you guys were wrapping up, but one thing that I'd say about this nice looking gold Omega here is that they should have put a little patina on the dial. I think a little yellowed
Yeah,
loom.
I think you're right, Doc.
Might have made that look a little nicer. It might actually
maybe Doc, maybe there is if it's in like when you're looking in a person. Sometimes it's subtle, so you don't see it right away in a picture. To be honest with you, I don't know.
I think if
This
it
is
were
just-
yellow enough to be like a gold, similar to the rest of the watch being gold, I think that would have been perfect.
It's a nice looking watch, yeah.
It's nice looking, but I mean, you know, since they have so many of their watches that they put the patina on and maybe they even overdo it to make it orange, this would have been nice if it was just a nice yellow. Just a
Doesn't
little.
Angelic suggest that you can microwave it? Just speed up the process. Throw the fucker in a microwave and make it fucking happen.
I think you have to put it in a conventional oven there, Angelic. Conventional oven is the way to go.
Green Man is saying something interesting. I want to hear your opinion, guys. At the Omega boutique today, the rep told him that he needs to put 1,000 deposit on a white Speedy. He laughed at the guy and told him they will be on Yoma shop in 3 months. What do you think? Is Green Man right about it?
Look, I got to tell you, I like the white Speedy.
I mean, they're trying to play the game with the white Speedy. But I think the Green Man is right. I honestly do. I think it's inevitable, knowing
I think 6
how.
to 12. 6 to 12, Bear. 3 months could be a bit quick.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. 6 to 12. I'm with you, Archie. I think I agree with that. And they are already, by the way, I know in Canada, US definitely, in Canada, they're trading on a secondary market at retail or slightly under retail. So the gig is up. But it is a nice watch. It is a nice watch.
They're always going for that illusion of limited supply. It's the same
But yeah, they
game.
do. They
You
do,
know,
but then
it's
they give up. That's the
yeah. Well, they're
problem
gonna
with
have
them.
to.
They,
Yeah.
they,
Well, yeah.
right.
They're not like
You know what
Rolex
they
that
are,
are
Bear? You
just
know
want
what
to
they are,
sell
don't you,
volume.
Bear?
I don't, Archie. Tell me what they are.
They are delusional fantasists.
I think you're right.
Delusional fucking fantasists.
The other thing is, you guys were talking about the first Amiga in space. 2 complaints on that watch.
The new one or the original one?
Actually, the complaints are the same for both.
Okay.
The biggest complaint is that it's sapphire crystal instead of Hesselite. I just don't like looking at the white ring.
Dog, get on with the program, bro. I mean, listen, they made it look like a hazellite, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's still it looks more
looks
like
good.
a Hesselite than the first generation, than the original first Amiga in space. I'll give him that. But if you look at the dial, if you're looking head on at the dial, you still see the nice white ring, which they can't really get rid of. It's just the nature of the sapphire crystal.
Okay.
Sapphire crystal at the edges is never going to be as thin as Hesselite crystal. It's just never going to be. So it's always going to have that.
I see what you're saying, Doc. It's definitely not as pronounced, that white
It's
ring
not as
on the
pronounced.
standard 3861 that I have, which is
And
sapphire. That does have a white ring. I agree with that, but it's
and it's
not
got
as
more of the
pronounced.
profile of a Hesselite. They definitely, because it was a flat top originally with the 2012 first Amiga in space, so they've definitely improved it. The other thing I don't like, and this could be the OCD in me, but if you look at the seconds, if you look at the individual sub-second
Archie, can you bring the watch up
bring it
while
up
Doc
on the
is
screen?
talking?
Yep. I can bring that fucker up on the screen. No problems at all.
I'll wait till he does it then, so people can see what I'm talking about. I think if you're OCD, and most of us watch collectors are OCD, that's why we're here. We're crazy.
The nature of the hobby, yes. Yeah.
Well, what it is that if you look at the dial closely, they've divided it into thirds. Each second is divided into thirds. But in the 1960s, they were divided into fifths. And fifths makes more sense because each of these indices, when you work around, is every 5 seconds. So it's fives and fives. You know, it makes sense and it goes together. Whereas for whatever reason, with the first Amiga in space and the new first Amiga in space, they divided it into thirds. And it drives me crazy that it's divided into thirds. That's not the way it was in 1962. And I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about, because you have to get in close to see the divisions for every second. And if you look and you see the divisions for every second, you can see very easily that it's divided into thirds, because it almost looks like, to me, it looks childish. It's divided into thirds. An adult watch, it's divided into fifths. And
yeah, I never noticed that, to be honest with you. Now that you're talking, I get what you're saying.
Well, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Well, I'm not, I'll be honest with you, this is not the watch I'm going after. So I haven't done a lot of research, but I do appreciate the first Amiga in space as a concept. I like the color of the dial they did on this. That's something that got my attention.
I like what they did even with the patina, with the faux patina.
Right.
It's not overdone, because you do see a lot of 60s watches that look just like that. So I'm not complaining about the faux patina or any of that. I like the step dial, which is throwback to the 60s watch. I like that. It's just those two things. The crystal I don't like, and the subdivisions of the seconds I don't like. And with mine, I modified it with a 1999, I believe it was, reissue that had the right dial. So my dial came from that. It's a mod. I know we don't like mods, Bear, but it's a mod to get that dial in there. And
but okay, that's you try to replicate the original, right?
Right.
That's fair enough.
But
Hey, there was
great
actually
watch.
Omega. I got reminded. I think it was a green man that was talking. Archie, there
Yes,
was an
sir.
Omega I was considering, but I just could not go. I could not pull the trigger. It is the Omega constellation meteorite dial. You want to take a
Yes.
look? Bring it up. Omega
Yeah.
constellation meteorite dial, and not the green one, the regular white one.
That's
I've
another one I
honestly
saw in
never
the
heard of
window
that.
yesterday. Yeah, I saw that in the window in Sydney yesterday.
I've never heard of this.
And it's the constellation. It's
Right,
not a
the
speedmaster.
constellation. That's the watch. That's the watch. Maybe get a nice picture. Eh, it would be nice big picture so you can actually see it. Because the dial is quite impressive. It's actually meteorite dial, and the price for meteorite dial is pretty decent. Just the aesthetics were not. I find this watch, unfortunately for me, because I like the dial and I like the idea. It's just too feminine.
Does that line pretty much only appeal in the Asian market? Because I've never seen anybody wearing a constellation about in Sydney. Must be more fitting with their sensibilities in Asia, maybe. But it still exists because it does look dated. It is an 80s looking watch. Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the design of it.
I would love to actually show the Panthers, but Archie unfortunately doesn't want to.
Bring it up.
There we go.
I gotta say that I think that's pretty cool.
The dial is cool, eh?
Yeah,
Integrated bracelet, okay. But it is maybe, I don't know now, the JD was talking, maybe it is because it feels dated, or maybe in my mind it appeals to women a little more, even though the size is full size 40 millimeter. What do you think?
I think this is totally a viable man's watch here. I'm not seeing the feminine aspects. I think women would wear it because women wear Daytonas after all, so they'd wear this.
Right.
But I don't think this is screaming feminine at all.
And yes, the KR is right. The conies were very popular in the US in the 60s and 70s. And and Tommy, go fuck yourself. And what did I want to say besides Tommy, go fuck yourself? I wanted to say that I
You want to
like
say,
this
JJ,
watch.
go fuck yourself as well?
No.
I like that the price isn't outrageous.
Yeah.
For a meteorite
The
dial.
price, considering it's a meteorite, I think it's that's okay. Let's be honest. Would I ever look at a constellation just as a watch? No. But the fact that he had the meteorite dial got me fucking excited. And then I decided not to go for that.
Now, Bear, the suspense is enough. What did you buy?
Oh, I'm not going to disclose today.
Okay. That's okay. Bear,
So
we've
what
been
do
on for
Panthers
3.
think? What if Panthers? Let's see the results of the poll. I want to see what Panthers think.
Yes. The poll, Bear, is very, very interesting. We've had some very interesting results there. I got the poll results. You wouldn't believe what they're saying. Rolex, 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 Bear.
Well, let's see the percentages.
36% said Rolex. Bear bought Rolex. And I
So
tend
Rolex
to
is
believe-
number 1, IWC is number 2, and Cartier and Tag Heuer share third place.
That's
okay.
Exactly.
Let's remember that.
I hope it's the Monaco. I hope it's the Monaco.
You think I bought the Monaco, eh?
Yeah.
I hope it's
Yeah.
not. I don't want Bear to lose his ass on it, but
Cool.
Bear, I've got to thank all the super chatters today. We had a really good show today, Bear.
You think? Are you happy with the show?
It was great to have you on, Bear. We had
You're a little
Luxy
bit
on.
detached. The panelists were great. You not so much.
Okay.
I think you
sorry.
can be more engaged. Do you think you can be more
Okay.
engaged?
Sure, of course. I can
I
always
mean,
be
you
more
did enjoy.
engaged.
I hear you enjoyed your sugary coffee first. Then you ate
Yes.
something. Then you ate a little more. Did
Mm-hmm.
you manage to fit in a little complaints about Michelino?
Yes. Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, that's important.
And JJ.
All right.
I mean,
And did
I
you?
just gotta love JJ. JJ, as soon as Mike the Snake went on there, he sends me fucking the nastiest fucking WhatsApp chat you've ever seen. We've got the
Oh, come
snake.
on! I wouldn't call that the nastiest. Come on, come on! It's a meme. It's hilarious.
What
You
are
have
you
a
talking
super
about,
sticker.
Archie?
No.
I
He
didn't
sent.
send you
It's the
anything.
words he sent. But that's only what he says. He also sent me private text messages on WhatsApp saying, "We've got the snake." You're just a real nasty fuck.
You're
And
talking
as soon
about
as I say
me?
something,
I
as
don't
soon as
even
I
have
say something a
WhatsApp.
little bit nasty to him, he goes and shows it to everyone what a cunt I am.
I cannot believe Mike did that. That's fucking crazy.
I didn't do that. I'm not even on WhatsApp, and I would never say anything negative against Archie.
You think it's an imitation, Mike the Snake on the WhatsApp?
Mike
gotta be.
confirmed it. JJ sent him a personal invite.
You have a super sticker from Chris F.
JJ's doing marketing now.
Well,
Chris F. super
Arch, I
sticker,
didn't think
$5.
I didn't think you were on that day. Did you? Were
You
on
know what
yesterday?
super sticker is about, Mikey?
Yeah, sorry.
There's 1, 2,
It's a
3
hippo.
hippos. 3 hippos. So who would that be? It would be Archie, Luxy, and me. We are the hippos.
The hippos. Let's thank our super
What's
chatters
the plan
today.
for today, Archie, in the beautiful land of Japan?
Oh, I'm going to go out and take some footage. Going to get something to eat. Go and take some footage. And
What are you going to eat? Are you going to eat fucking hamburger again?
No, I've got Spanish tonight.
So you
with
go
the
to
wife.
Japan to eat Spanish food.
Interesting.
And I'm going to have something curry today, Bear. I will go out.
Why don't
curry.
you just
That's
have some
closer to
pizza?
Japan.
Have a pizza. And find
Pizza's
some hot
expensive.
dogs. Do they have a hot dogs?
I'll have a look there.
Please do.
I think you
did
should just go to McDonald's at this point. Just go to McDonald's.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's thank
Spanish
the super
curry.
chatters today. We had JD.
What brand do you feel, Archie? All kidding aside,
Yes.
I want to hear your opinion. If we don't go into Patek, if we don't go into AP,
Yeah.
we don't go into these kind of much
Yeah.
higher price brands.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best buy in the secondary market these days?
Tudor.
You think
Tudor.
Tudor is the best buy in the second? I'm talking secondary. You might be right. You might be right.
I mean, it's not loved. I didn't say it was popular. I didn't say it was a great
No,
choice.
best buy.
I think Tudor is actually pretty sensational.
For a
I think
secondary
Omega's up
market,
there
right?
too.
I mean, it's had the
a
ass fall out of it.
secondary.
Let's be honest. And the reason I say that is it is so fucking. It's very good. Bang
Doc,
for the
you
buck.
think it's Omega, right?
Well, I think that Omega's right up in there too. You can get some good deals on Omegas. They drop nicely.
I do agree. It's very, very like there's a lot of these good brands. I mean, I call them good brands.
Yeah.
Like Omega, IWC, Breitling. You can get some really cool Breitlings on the secondary market.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a good opportunity to buy some cool watches on the secondary market. I really do. Now, Archie, I see that you have decided not to go for PAM.
Yes, correct.
I'm glad to hear that, not because of PAM as the PAM, but in reality, that specific PAM, I don't think it's very appealing.
The radio mirror.
Yeah, the one that he had, a 47 millimeter.
662. PAM 662.
No second hand. The only thing it's got is a chocolate dial, right?
Chocolate, yeah. I love
Okay,
chocolate.
that's a positive. That's a positive thing.
Yeah.
It's too big. There's no second hand. And do you really honestly prefer radio mirrors over luminars and submersibles?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Why?
I like that retro look, the vintage look to it. The vintage.
I do too, to be honest. I'm
And
surprised.
I prefer the crown. I don't like that big fucking thing on the crown.
Oh, the crown guard? Yeah.
Wow, you have a nice big super chat from Chris F. Thanks, man. That's a really generous of you, man. Thank you.
Thank you. $20. Awesome stream, Arch and panel. Chris F. $20. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris F, for the super sticker and super chat.
Thank
You're a
you
good
so
man,
much.
Chris F. By the way, Archie, all kidding aside, so Explorer 2 is still in your possession.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that. I don't think you should have been trading Explorer 2. So it's basically just a trade plus money. Your Brigade Type 20 is gone. The new Brigade is with you now, which
Yes.
pretty much is superior to previous Brigade. So it's an overall improved collection, I think.
Yes. Exactly.
I think you should just chill and not buy PAM. If you want to sell something, just sell something, and don't buy
Yeah.
anything. No need to buy fucking
Yes.
anything now.
No,
The
you're
one
right.
thing I want to ask you, you know that I always push that, but I really would like you to get rid of the Hillbilly Tourbillon Zenith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the JLC Gold.
No, I like
No,
that.
no.
I like it.
No, JSC Gold actually, he's been teased for it and all that, but it's actually a cool watch. The Omega Zenith is it on a rubber or is it on a bracelet?
Doesn't
I've
matter.
got a leather strap and I've got rubber.
And you wear it at all ever?
Sometimes I do.
Do you actually convince yourself you like it? You talk to yourself and say,
Yes.
so no, but you know what? I have that done in the past. So I'm speaking from experience. Like I know I don't like the watch, right, Doc? Honestly. So I
Yes,
don't like
you
it.
you bought it, but you're just a little reluctant to sell it. But you
Right.
got to sell it because
And
you
you
don't
go
like it.
and you know you're gonna get your ass
Yeah.
burnt from that.
Yeah.
And then you start, well, it's not that bad. I can wear this. This is pretty cool. And then you kind of wear it and you kind of talk to yourself, trying to convince yourself, oh shit, this is a fucking awesome watch. I think I like it. What am I talking about? But it's inevitable. Sooner or later, you come to that realization because guess what? You cannot lie to yourself. You just can't. Because you know deep inside you're lying.
Hard to
So
know though. Maybe he really likes this Hillbilly Tourbillon.
that's
Maybe
if
he
he's a
really.
master of denial. Are you master of denial, Archie?
That's it, Bear.
You are.
He's a master of his own denial. Yes.
I think the other thing is, Bear, jokes aside, you must admit I had too many chronographs before with the Breguet and the JLC. Keep one gold chronograph, keep one steel, maybe get rid of one. I'd have to keep the Speedy. That was a gift, and also the Speedy's more iconic. The Zenith.
Yeah, nicer looking.
I got to be honest with you,
Speedy is a good watch. Speedy is actually a good watch.
And it doesn't have a hole in it.
No, look,
Nice.
I'm not adverse to getting. Look, it's just at the moment, I actually do like it. I really do like the Zenith. I really do like it. But
fair enough.
Do you know, Bear, that if he wanted to replace his current Zenith with one traditional without the hole, just a tricolor, it would probably be close to double the price just to get it without the hole.
But there is a reason for that, Doc, because that one is actually beautiful.
That's the iconic. That's the one everybody
it's got
wants.
a date, Bear. It's got a date.
Well, the original one had a date. They put a date on it in 1969.
The one I really like is the Tribute 1969 or 1960. What is it? Tribute 1968? What's it called? Doc, help me.
I think it's 69.
Archie, can you Google
Traditional?
No, it's not traditional. Zenith, El Primero.
It's the El Primero. It's not the final one that didn't have the date. The final one that they released didn't have a date, but it's.
Are you Googling, Archibald?
Yes, I am. It's the chronograph, Chronomaster 1969 tribute. Oh, fuck me.
Not Chronomaster. Fuck, I didn't say Chronomaster. Zenith El Primero Tribute 1968 to 69. I don't fucking know.
But does it have a date, Bear?
A doc, I don't remember right now, to be
Don't
honest. I
remember.
want him to bring it up.
I'm trying to
What
find
was
it.
special about it?
They had a
38
Rolling
millimeter.
Stones tribute one, but fuck the Rolling Stones.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're
You
difficult.
like the Rolling Stones?
See,
I
Let me
love
see
it.
if I can find it. I'll send it. I'll
I'm trying to
post
find
in
it.
the- I think I know what you're talking about.
It's not the
Bear.
revival.
I don't think he's talking about that. Actually, what I think he's talking about is simply sort of the best of the. It was called Original 1969. That's it. It's the tricolor. It has the right hands on it compared to 1969. The only thing that's different is the sweep hand in red. It doesn't have the loom plot at the tip. But other than that, it pretty much looks like the original.
The
And
anticipation
it's called
seeing this is
Original.
building and building.
You should be able to find it as Zenith El Primero 1969. You can put original in there. I can give you the
Yes, exactly. You're right. There's the. Oh fuck this stupid thing! I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Because I'm in a different country.
Is it more difficult searching in Japan by the look of it? What comes up as a bit.
Yeah.
How do they make it like that? How do they do that? Just because you're in Japan and you've got a Japanese IP address, they make it hard?
Something exactly. It's a little bit different.
All right.
Everything
There we
goes
go.
to Sake's website.
I got it. There we go. There it is.
Got it already.
How could you not love that?
Love it.
Okay.
30 date. It's fine.
That's what you want. If you're gonna get one, that's what you want.
The 38 mil one.
No, that's not the one. That's not the one.
It's not the one.
No.
Are you talking about the one that is an exact duplicate of
I
the...
sent it. I put it in a private chat. You can bring it up.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now, Bear.
That's not the one.
Even I'm going to look at it here. See what the Bear has found.
I love this watch. I love it. I mean, also I love the Zenith Cohiba one, but this is to me the nicest one.
This came out just before the
Tribute 1969.
Yeah, this one is almost 10 years old now, but
I love this watch.
You like what they did with the sweep hand, or they?
I love everything about this watch.
I got to be honest with you, Bear. I prefer the open heart.
Oh, of course you do.
You're being very stubborn. You're being very stubborn.
That's typical Archie. That's typical Archie.
I mean, because he has one. That's why. I mean,
Open heart, great value second hand, Bear. That's probably one of the greatest.
What?
It looks like a Terminator. You know when they shoot him on a fucking half a face.
That's right.
Yes, thank you.
That's well. I liked Hillbilly Tourbillon, but I also like the Terminator. Kind of says it all.
Yeah.
I like that.
But see, Doc, I actually came to conclusion. I love vintage design and vintage aesthetics, but I like them in a modern interpretation with modern materials. And to me, that's a perfect world.
I agree.
I just love that.
I agree.
Perfect.
I mean, I love my first Amiga in space. I had to mod it to make it look seriously vintage, but once I've done that, it's one of my favorite watches.
There you go. Doc, imagine for 1 second if Rolex actually revives and brings...
Don't say it. Daytona?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In its original form, in a modern materials and modern fucking movement and everything fucking the way they make it today with the perfect bracelet.
And you know what? That's one that they could put a sapphire crystal on it that's got a top hat and all that, because their acrylic crystal ended up looking very sapphire. So
Right.
yeah, I'd be fine with that. And of
That would
course,
be
those
so
things
amazing.
would get eaten up. They'd sell out.
Even the original
They'd be
Milgauss with the
overpriced.
right. Even original Milgauss would be amazing with the waffle dial, and that would be so fucking
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
We got another super sticker, big boy.
Super sticker, super sticker. This is Chris F. $10 super sticker. And what's he sent us? He sent us a flying superhero.
It's a super pair, all gone pear shade, but the pair assumes the position of being a super pair.
These are nice. All right, guys, I got to go. Thanks for
Hey,
having me on.
JD, thank
Good
you
to
so
chat.
much, man.
Good
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much for
Have a good one,
coming.
No
JD.
problem. Enjoy Japan.
Let's-
See you,
Thank
Doc.
you
See
later,
you,
my friend.
Bear.
Thank
See you,
you.
Mike,
Take
in
it
the
easy.
background. See you later.
Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody who's come on today. Let's go through the list. JD, GD, not JD, GD with the Peso Cannon, SD43, the Rancher. Thank you, Rancher. Rick Foss, Jeremy Kearney, Rich Mitch, Little Dave, Rich Mitch, Bear Clooney Watches, Peeps. Bear Clooney Watches, Rich Mitch, Bear Clooney Watches, Rich Mitch, Little Dave, Rich Mitch, Bear Clooney Watches, Little Dave, GD, Bear Clooney Watches, Uzi Trading, Rich Mitch, Chris F, and Chris F.
Wow. So Chris F is the legend of the evening, and
That is correct, Doc. Chris F.
Bear
is the
Clooney is the medium legend of the evening.
medium legend. That's all good, man. All good.
Wow.
We had a fun show. Punters enjoyed. We had a good viewership. We would love if you guys can upvote and support ArchieLuxury live stream. And how do you say, Archie? Leave some nasty fucking comments, right?
Leave some nasty fucking comments there. That's exactly it there, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and we will see you tomorrow, guys. Love you.
Enjoy your day in Japan, Archie. See you
Thank
all.
you.
Take care. Go Lions. Go fucking
Go
Lions.
Lions. Go
Thank
Lions.
you, guys.
See you later.
Take it easy, guys.
See you later.
Give us a little outro, man.